Are you ready? Stand by.
Welcome to the Three Gun Show. I'm your host, Dave Hartman. This is the 200th edition of the Three Gun Show, and we recorded this one live at the 5th annual Jeff Kirkwold Memorial Three Gun benefiting Task Force Dagger. If you're new here, I'm a passionate three gunner myself, and the Three Gun Show is a weekly podcast featuring long-form interviews with awesome shooters, reports from major matches that we call Match Recon, and all the other great things about the practical shooting culture, including shoot-offs like this one. This podcast is also brought to you by LAG Tactical. I've been using LAG mag pouches and holsters for years, ever since James Casanova introduced me to their Nova holsters and their first-generation competition mag pouches. They have a new design for mag pouches out now in the MCS, the modular carry system, which features a two-piece design and fits a wide variety of pistol mags as well as different brands of AR mags. I got to see the prototypes in action when Scott Green won the Lucas Oil PCC Championship, and I'm excited to run them myself. Check them out at lagtactical.com. This podcast is brought to you by Armalite. The original Armalite rifles put the AR in AR-15. The rifles themselves come with 1-8 twist barrels, match barrels, 18-inch or 13.5-inch with a 15-inch or 12.5-inch handguard, Timney trigger, Luth AR stock, adjustable gas system, tunable comp, a patented tunable comp. This thing's ready to go right out of the box for a three gun with no additional modifications other than putting on a nice optic. I myself use a Vortex Viper PST 1-6 when I'm shooting TAC Ops or their Spitfire when I'm shooting limited. Check them out at armalite.com. Welcome, everybody, to the Three Gun Show. As I record this, I am packing my bags, or maybe I will be in a minute here, but I'm packing my bags to head to TriggerCon in Washington. I'm going to be there working the booth with the good folks from Vortex Optics. So if you're going to come by, say hey. I'll have some Three Gun Show stickers with me and maybe some magnets. Whatever kind of swag I can get, I'll give you. But yeah, stop by the Vortex Optics booth. I'll be there with the crew and definitely some of the people that you'll hear in this podcast here. And you'll also hear us talking about rifling a JP rifle with a Vortex Optics Viper PST 1-6 in this podcast, and we're still doing that. It's being done online via Practice Score, and this is pretty cool. So because we're doing it on Practice Score, it's linked with Task Force Dagger's bank account, right? So anytime you enter, which is only $20, the money goes directly to the Task Force Dagger Foundation, and the rifle is sitting at Arms and Arms, and they are going to mail it to the FFL of your choice if you're the lucky winner. So entries are $20. Buy as many as you can because all the money goes to Task Force Dagger. And again, there's a link in the show notes, threegunshow.com/episode 200, and enter away. It'll be good. Now on to the show. So one of the great things that I get to do from time to time, and I really enjoy, is to call action live from shoot-offs. We've done this a couple times in Three Gun Nation shoot-offs. Last year, the Jeff Kirkwold Memorial Match, and Generation 3 Gun. So it's always a good time. This year, I was asked to come back to the Jeff Kirkwold Memorial Match, and I had a great co-host on this one. Travis Vogel from Vortex Optics really took the reins when I was shooting, and just a wonderful co-host. Can't thank Travis enough for everything that he did. We also had a bunch of cool guests. So we had Riley Croft from Texas, Dakota Overland from Minnesota, Ben Peterson of Hyperfire, Garrett Grover of Rise Armament, and Dustin Sanchez of JP Rifles. Some really great stuff came out of those guests, and a lot of fun. And it's going to develop into additional podcasts later on for your enjoyment. So that's how we do it here at the Three Gun Show. Now, enjoy the Grunt Style Live Show from the 5th Annual Jeff Kirkwold Memorial Three Gun benefiting the Task Force Dagger Foundation. All right, welcome everybody to the Three Gun Show. We are at Jeff Kirkwold Memorial Match 2018, 5th Annual, and today is Range Day. Yeah, we are
Some
out
commitment.
on Forest Lake Sportsman's Club. I'm Dave Hartman. With me is Travis Vogel, and we're here to call the action. And this is round 2 and our first bout.
We are looking at Nathan Payne and Mike Himmel, already to the line, already getting ready. Fired up.
Yeah, buddy, making ready. Where's Jake Latola? He should be holding an umbrella over Nathan Payne right now. Apparently, that's just part of the make ready.
You guys do take good care of each other. I appreciate that. So up after this, just in case anybody's curious, is John Webush and Dakota Overland.
So we had a whole first round of action already. This has been just a kick in the pants. This is a very unique match for those listening at home. We shoot 5 stages on Saturday, and on Sunday, everyone is seated into a bracket and shoots off. And we're going hot with Nathan Payne and Mike Kimmel right now. Both of them are going to pistol first. We have an array of 6 targets. Feels like 7.
Nate was onto the pistol really fast there, Dave.
Yep. Nate's done with the shotgun. Mike's picking up his shotgun here. Nate is down on reverse kneel, and he's going after a 6 plate rack and a rifle stop plate. Nathan is now done. Mike is finishing out his array.
Nate looks smooth.
Mike left up a plate on the plate rack for the rifle. Finished with a stop plate before getting all his plates. So to describe the arrays to the audience, we're starting out with 6 gunfighter targets on the ends, and this is like a mirror image. So 6 gunfighter targets, 4-inch by 8-inch plates, and people are shooting pistol on those in tack. We have 8x8s, 6 of those in the center that are shotgun, and then downrange about 70 yards. Would you say, Travis?
Yeah. Yep.
About 70 yards. We have 6 hex plates, gunfighter targets, plate racks, and then a rifle stop plate, which has been a lot of fun.
Yeah. I remember when Adam requested that. Carl was a little unsure of what the goal was, and when we got one pull rope to pull him back up, and it's really cool apparatus. It's one of those things that we don't really do very often.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we have all of the shooters in the first day of the match are here, minus a couple stragglers that maybe had a little too much fun last night. What do they do? Go out on snow sleds here in Minnesota? Is that what they do at night?
Snow when it's 90 at night is probably the possible Daver.
Well, hey.
It's humid enough, though. If it were cold, it would snow.
So what's our next bout here? We've got a couple people
Riley's
making
actually
ready.
sitting next to me real quickly asking what's a snowstorm. And I don't blame the Texan, but we have John Webush, and Dakota Overland. Dakota's on the left. John's on the right.
Dakota's
Dakota.
waving to us. Hey.
After this, we have Jake Berry and Corey Thatcher. And then Patham, and you're just Patham, brother. And Sam Monson are up after that. And then we're going to switch over to do some 2x4.
Exciting stuff. So, yeah, this match has 2 divisions, TAC Ops, which I ran limited. So there's several other people running limited out here as well. But
I don't think you'd be at a deficit.
We all get tossed in attack. And then 2x4 is your open division.
Full-blown 2x4 open.
Absolutely. It's a good time.
So in this case for Josh Freilich, it's all the dots?
Dots on dots on dots. 2 Freilich dots, 1 on the shotgun, 1 on the PCC.
Yeah, Josh. So to lay out the bay a little as well for the listeners, we've got everybody's roughly, what would you say, 15 yards from the center line offset?
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And then our favorite
Shooting
photographer.
boxes.
Yep, with 2 of the 45 boxes and a pistol dump underneath. So.
You know what I like about this is it's a classic shoot-off style where the shooters start in the same box. In this match, they are touching fists, like in a fist bump fashion, and then race to the staging boxes where the shotgun and the rifle are. Pistol is holstered.
Yep.
And Dakota's off. John is off.
Dakota's 3 plates into the plate, so is John.
John finishes first, but it's close now. Dakota's got his shotgun up.
Ooh.
John off the shotgun first. Gets that first round on the rifle first, going to the plate rack. And John finished first by like 2 plates.
Man, I tell you, it's almost hard to announce. They're moving so quickly. Dakota was on the pistol first, but had some makeups, and John just smashed through the shotgun plates. Were pretty solid.
Definitely. All right, so John moves on that one.
Yep.
And Dakota heads over to the second chance bay, I believe.
I don't think so, actually, at this point.
Is that just the first round?
First round,
All
yeah.
right.
So Jake Berry and Corey Thatcher's up, and then Patham and Sam Monson. And then, like I said, we're going to do some 2x4.
So to catch people up, we did go through the first round of the match here. Everyone that lost in the first round gets to go over to the second chance bay where a different shoot-off course is set up. And then the winner of that will come back here and face the winner of this shoot-off, which is kind of a cool format.
Per division, too, I believe.
Yeah,
For
2x4 and tac ops.
For a double elimination or a single elimination, if you're the guy who played the right way, if you will.
Yep,
the guy take the hard road. He's got 2 more wins, and he takes first, which is an awesome way to bring it back if you're really scrapping.
Right. So we've got Jake Berry and is that Lacey?
That's Corey.
Corey? Good Lord, dude. We need to work on your handwriting. That is Corey. Corey Thatcher.
Yep. Dave's picking on me, and I have to say that I have seen his handwriting, and I don't feel that is a fair
ours
opportunity.
are equally bad, but
Actually, I'm also
I know how
looking
my
at
handwriting is. So.
I know mine. It's bad, so I know it.
There is a ton of Vortex optics in this match, by the way. Gentleman on the left shooting a Huey. Gentleman on the right shooting Viper PST.
Minnesota has been an extremely wonderful place for the Vortex Optics brand. And
absolutely.
The teams. The nation is strong up here.
Yeah, Riley, you can't talk unless you're on the mic, so pick that up, buddy.
Yeah, get in here.
He's over here jacking at us like we can actually hear him.
I mean, I think there's something there. You got this, buddy. It's not a rotary phone. He'll
Microphones
be okay.
are contemporary. So get that.
I know how to work rotary phones.
Move that mic up close to your soup cooler there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Riley, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
There's the
I'm
enthusiasm
doing awesome.
I know Riley for.
Riley Croft, Texan, far from home.
Have you told your mom thank you today, by the way?
I did.
Okay, good man. Good man.
Hey, Mom. Mom. She's down there.
This makes good radio.
Oh, there she is. Thank you, Mom.
All right, so our bout is up.
Yep. Jake and Corey. What, Dave?
Decisive lead on the shotgun here for guy in the right. And now they're even on the rifle. We were ahead by 6 shotgun targets.
I tell you, it doesn't matter what the first 12 plates do.
Oh. All right, now we've got a winner by 2 plates here. And we have no idea.
Unfortunately,
I can only know so many people.
Yeah.
Somebody shout that guy's name.
Guy on the right.
Hey, Chad, who's your shooter? Thank you.
Corey
with the win.
Congratulations, Corey.
I'm going to rewrite this so it's clean, Dave.
Crystal, thank you for pointing at him, but that doesn't help us know his name.
Up next, we have Patham and Sam Monson.
There we go.
If you are shooting 2x4, Josh Freilich or Robert Gale, please report to the paddock of shooters. Call it the paddock, by the way. I decided it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got some.
Yeah.
We got some race.
The staging lanes.
Yeah. I got the head nod from Maxwell before on that. So
Awesome. So we got Patham and Sam Munson. Awesome.
Yep.
It's going to be a good one here.
And then Kevin Harrington is up after those guys, after Josh and Robert shoots. So he's looking ready.
So on deck, we got a 2x4. We got Josh Freilich and Robert Gale.
Yep. When we're moving back to Kevin Harrington and Evan Nichols.
Very cool.
Do you know how to pronounce Patham's last name?
I don't. Nor
Patham K.
I don't ever
Patham
want to
K?
slaughter it out of respect, so I would rather just Patham K.
I like to say it how it's spelled, and he tells me I still get it wrong. So
There's a lot of letters there.
He does have a nice shotgun, though.
He does.
it does. The funny thing about Patham is he only ever tells me I get his name wrong. He never corrects me on exact pronunciation. So
Keep trying.
I'm certainly trying.
So, Dave, we haven't actually talked about how this year it's not raining yet.
Yeah, this is amazing.
I'm a little
I
afraid
got
to.
here on the first day. I drove all the way through from Colorado, 15-hour drive. Got to the bay here, saw the sweet knockdown target, and then all of a sudden I felt like I had to take a nap. Went and slept on the floor in the pole barn with the dog.
Hey, I did that the last 2 nights.
Yeah, and woke up and the skies unleashed, and it was raining massively. But during the matches, it had been absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely. I actually drove through the same storm on my way in that evening.
Incredible.
It was unsafe, to say the least.
Patham still getting ready down there.
Yeah. Riley, what's the strategy on staging your guns? Do you have like a certain way that you like to set up your guns in the draw boxes here? These are kind of MGM style draw boxes for those listening at home.
Yeah, so on my rifle, I like to stage at the far right and kind of hook the mag on the side there, so I can just grab it with my right hand and.
In the left or the right dump here in this case?
Yeah,
Left.
'cause these
well,
they're
I shot
mirrored.
on the right side, so I put mine
Okay.
on the left.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah, because there is a berm that's hiding the pistol targets that you kind of got to work out for. So Sam goes for the shotgun targets first, lays them down, now moves to the pistol. Patham is still wailing through the pistol targets, just gets down his pistol array onto shotgun here.
Sam's
down on the rifle first. Patham gets down the rifle now. Sam's letting rounds go first. Ooh, now it's even.
Patham's got the far right
Oh.
plate.
Comes down to the stop plate here.
Oh,
Sam just
wow.
gets under. That was cool.
That was a close one.
Yeah,
Man.
Sam shooting on the left side had the right-hand plate on the plate rack left, and then the knockover. And Patham actually had to work his way all the way to the right of the right-hand plate rack, then come all the way back. And
He got him when he had
just
to transition back from that far right plate.
This game is exciting when it comes down to the stop plate. Maybe next year we only shoot the stop plate. What do you think?
How are we going to, make people work for it until the stop plate there, Dave?
Well, we'll start running at the pole barn.
So it's a dead sprint.
A foot race to the stop plate, and you
Speaking
just have to karate chop it.
Speaking of foot race, I saw a couple resetting races earlier today.
Yeah,
And
Riley's
Riley
on the game with the resetting.
He was not only on the game, he was racing a significantly larger human being, racing Josh Freilich, and it looked like Josh edged you out a couple times there, bud.
Hey. What happens off the podcast stays off the podcast.
It's kind of a dangerous game racing someone larger than you, because if you beat him,
yeah.
he still has to slow down.
That is very
Is that
true.
kind of like
I had to
beating
look
your
back
Patreon
once.
sponsors?
What's that?
Is that kind of like beating your Patreon sponsors?
Yeah, good point. I beat Eric Wilson on that, and he busted out his smartphone and started canceling his Patreon support right away.
I don't recommend that as a course of action
No.
for anyone, but I at least got to, give credit where credit's due to Dave's.
So we have Josh Freilich here, and who else? I didn't look at the bracket.
Robert Gale.
Robert Gale.
Yeah. The JF up against Robert Gale. So
BJF.
odd thing that happens here in 2x4 is I guess they just throw out all rules and sanity. So they actually shoot the pistol targets with their shotgun, which makes no sense whatsoever. But we are running UML rules, so it's minimum 2 guns, so they don't have to use their pistol. So these guys just load up a big box and then wail on all these targets, which makes those 4x8 targets much, much easier to shoot.
Well, I think it came down to a safety thing with the range location here.
No, I don't think so, because those are still behind. I got to shoot them with a pistol. That's not safe.
Those ones, Dave.
No. I'm talking about the ones on the right.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 4x8s are a lot more fun with a shotgun.
Yes, that is correct. 4x10? 4x10.
Ooh.
Carl's given us actual measurements of the targets.
I appreciate that.
What's the tolerance on that, Carl? They're bigger. He's being more generous with us. They look like 8 when you're actually shooting them.
All right,
Yeah.
it looks like Josh
They feel
is
like
ready.
2x8s.
Yep.
Got to get them knuckles.
Ooh, he gives
That
a
is
fist
one-
bump
that
before
is-
the fist
Oh
bump.
yeah,
That is
fist
one
bump
thing that's
before
cool.
the fist bump.
Adam last year had talked about if anybody leaves early, you know because
Yeah.
they're no longer touching your hand.
Mhm.
Very true.
So there's no false start in this game.
Josh is off the first array. He's putting the shotgun
John
down.
gets John. What's that guy's name? Josh gets a 3-plate lead on the shotgun. Robert has a malfunction on the shotgun here,
Yeah.
and he's working through it
Looks like Josh is done.
as Josh finishes the plate rack.
Cleans it up.
Man.
Robert has a death
Wonder what
jam,
happened.
pulled some
Wow.
piece of the shotgun outside of the shotgun. That's never good. And that round was brought to you by Keltec. Keltec's one of the sponsors of the match.
They did something a little different though, which was kind of cool. With this match, it is a charity event, and Caltech actually chose to pay for the travel of a couple of TFD supported soldiers and Marines to come up here and compete.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Which is one of those things that for such an organization that is extremely concerned with being responsible with the money that they generate.
Mm-hmm.
Caltech making that happen for guys really allows that experience to continue to grow.
That's one of the things I like about Task Force Dagger is that they are very responsible with the money that they create through this, and that it does actually go where it's intended rather than extraneous expenditures, which is something that we always look for when we have charities on our sites. All right, so this next bout up here is Kevin Harrington and Evan Nichols. And I'm being told I need to go make ready. So I'm going to turn this one over to Dakota. Dakota, you want to come join us
Heck
here?
yeah. You put me between them. I like this. Kevin Harrington's on the left. Evan Nichols on the right.
Evan has a pretty epic shirt, not going to lie.
I haven't looked at it.
Oh, man, you got to see it when he walks back.
You got to describe it to me, buddy.
Oh,
There's,
man.
we're on the radio, remember?
Yeah, you're right, my bad. It's a
Hey, Dakota.
majestic bald eagle, I should
Oh,
say.
outstanding. I have seen that shirt now that you say
It
that.
is
I
very
I have seen
majestic.
that. It is majestic.
Do you know what my spirit animal is, by the way?
I'm hoping it's a bald eagle.
It is a butterfly mixed with a bald eagle, just saying.
I don't know how
See,
to
that
take-
got a lot of heads to turn.
Dustin Felix is unsure of your decision here, bud.
That's okay. Dustin's always unsure of me, though, so. He's acting like he's not listening, but he is.
I don't think they could avoid listening to
Oh,
us.
no.
By the way, hi, Dakota. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How'd your first shoot go?
The first one went okay.
And this last one?
I struggled on the pistol
Yeah.
a lot. Whoops.
Standing in the sun doesn't make it any easier.
Nope.
Looks like Crystal's making fun of you down there. It's okay, Pumpkin.
So they're about to go knucks up here to each other.
Oh, yeah. And they're off.
Both went pistol right away.
Yeah.
Evans 4 plates up on the.
Evans off the pistol on the shotgun. Oh. Had to remount for that last shotgun target. And he's on the rifle.
The whole thing starts over when we get on the rifle.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin now catching up on the plate
Oh,
rack.
no.
He went 2-3. Now it's 1-2.
gonna
Kevin
be?
up.
Oh.
Who's it gonna be?
It's going to be a close one. Oh, it looks
Kevin
like
hits it.
It looks like Kevin got
Wow.
his, yep.
Wow. Kevin caught up
Kevin makes
fast.
a comeback.
Looks like his first shot was an edge target. I thought it was down, but he
Yep.
had to put another makeup on it.
Yep. Looks like it didn't move quite as far as it needed to, but
But it's all right.
really
He got the job done.
those first 12 targets,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of a precursor to the actual game, it seems like. 'cause
Everyone
as
ends
soon
up even on that plate rack.
Yeah, because guys, I mean, Evan was, couple plates ahead, 3-4,
Yeah.
and then pulled 2 shots on the plate rack, and the next thing you know, Kevin's winning it. Next, we actually have Michael O'Brien and our very own Dave Hartman.
Ooh, Dave
Which side's Dave are going
Hartman.
to take?
It looks like he's headed to the right side.
Dave is off to the right, looking extremely fast in the blue and orange.
Oh, yeah. Got that racing stripe.
Hey, man, racing stripes are fast.
Of course. Stickers also make you go fast, too, though.
I heard that once upon a time.
Looks like Dave's trying to get the crowd to go rowdy.
Looks like Crystal Dunn and Kate Arnzen are actually racing for the reset champ again. Crystal has a few to make up.
We're
She's
gonna have to have a
behind a
bracket.
couple. I know. I think we should have a reset off, if you
I'm
will.
down for that.
Prize for the best resetter.
Oh, yeah.
Fastest. Just straight up fastest.
May not be a pro shooter, but I'm a pro resetter.
Hey,
Let
you
me
know
just
what?
tell you.
I will say this,
I could
though.
dominate in the reset
If we were in a squad that was mostly run by pro resetters, we'd all be really happy shooters.
Oh, of course.
Even Adam Maxwell nods and says yes.
See?
Because you know what? Then we just get to shoot more. Or more often.
He nods in agreement.
Exactly.
So Dave's getting set, heading to the start box.
Should have gave him knuckles before he went.
Yeah. See.
Oh, he just picked it up from Garrett. See, that could have been me right there.
Garrett's taking care of business.
My heart's broken.
But you see Dave shooting a classic A2
Oh,
style.
running down the line, getting hands.
Dave's got some
Dave
fans.
Hartman's building it.
Everyone.
Mike throwing the hands up, giving the questioning look. All right, their knucks up, already getting excited, getting into the start stance.
All right.
Dave's leaning
Gives
out
a
on it.
last-minute lean. And they're off.
Dave's in the pistol. Mike's going shotgun. Mike's done with shotgun. Dave's done with
throwing
pistol.
down that pistol.
Dave's done with
Dave
shotgun.
Smokes on that shotgun.
Yeah, Mikey's got. Nope, they're even up. Both on the rifle.
Even now.
Dave's 2 down on the plate rack. Well, they're even, 2
man.
plates each. Dave's got the left
One
only.
left, and Dave got
Dave's
it down.
down.
Wow, that was quick.
Wow, that was a catch up.
Yeah.
Lots of left-right
Dave
movement for
goes
Mike there,
wild,
but
jumping in the air.
Dave working it right to left, really smooth, but had a few makeups, allowing Mike to catch it back up.
It's the Vortex glass, right?
Of course.
Vortex glass is doing it right. Well, it's a Huey. I mean, if you think about it, Dave's shooting a 1X on this, right? It's not like it's super
yeah.
far away.
But that Huey is sweet, let me tell you.
It's a fast optic.
I ran one on my PCC the whole weekend, and I very much enjoyed it.
I saw you set that up on the IG, man.
Oh, yeah.
So, I always say that it's really hard to work an event and shoot it, but apparently Dave is overcoming that pretty well here.
Yeah, he's doing both.
Oh, we also got some.
We got some friendly huggage at the end here.
Yeah.
So that puts us into, we're moving down to the Sweet 16 here for the TAC Ops side of things. You're in 2x4 this year.
I am, yes.
We're actually going to the Final Four here for 2x4.
Shooting open with my tube gun.
There you go, dude.
Having to plus up right at the
That's
end.
that's my Blue Ridge mentality,
Oh,
buddy.
yeah.
I got Michael Cattell and Chad Swart out next.
2x4 is a kick in the pants, as someone might say.
It is. PCC in general is a really fun option.
It really is.
I didn't want to like it at first. It's actually kind of like the Huey. I was used to other optics like that, and I didn't like it at first. And then I started shooting it. You get that that little kid giggle as you start shooting an array, and next thing you know, you just love it.
I was a little unsure about the Huey at first, but
Well,
first time I shot it, it was like, wow, this is actually really
and that's
nice.
the thing about that optic is you see it and you're not sure, and then just because there's been other things like that, and then you start shooting it, and like I said, I'm not a small person, and I start giggling like a little kid, and it's kind of funny. So Michael and Chad, then we have Daniel Bestie and Tim Ho up next, and then we're going to go back to some 2x4
Oh, yeah.
with James Leffler and Eric
2x4.
Sandstrom.
Ow.
You got 5 more, and you're up, bud.
Oh, yeah. I say oh, yeah, a lot. I agree with a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah.
A little enthusiasm never hurt anybody, buddy. Not at all. Dave's still over there just cackling, having fun. You can tell he's fired up.
James, you got a shell upside down.
Riley's picking on the JP guys here.
I just like to have a good time.
You do. All right. So we got Michael and Chad here. Chad's on the right, Michael on the left. Both looking very similar box setups.
Both drawing the pistol.
Yep, both drawing the pistol. Mike gets done ever so slightly faster on the pistol.
What a
And now he's
smoking
done with the
shotgun
shotgun.
run.
Yeah.
He picked that up fast.
Yeah.
And
He's 3 plates ahead on the rifle, 4 plates ahead on the rifle.
Man. 1 makeup on the plate rack.
And he's done.
That was crazy.
That was smooth.
Smoking hot. He only had 1 makeup on that last target on the plate rack.
That was clean.
He cleaned up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys shoot the Hyperfire side stage yet?
I haven't, no.
No? Dakota, you shoot it?
I have not.
We got to get over it at some point. I haven't actually shot it at all this weekend.
Shoot it after this.
I really should. I'll probably shoot it when we're all done here, but
I hear they're closing it when we're all done here.
well, I would assume that timing, but you know, maybe they'll let me sneak one in there and make a run.
You think Crystal and Kate are going to have their reset off again?
Let's see. Who's going to be faster? They
Stand by. Beep.
Kate, don't lose.
Oh.
Kate's going all the way down here.
Oh, Crystal fell short. She stopped it.
She's helping out. She's getting the other half.
She is.
So what do you guys think of the bay?
This is from Saws. Told me to pass a note.
So I'm going up to Saws next in the shoot-off here in a couple shooters, and he just slipped Dakota a note to hand to me. And I read it, and it says, "You are going down," with a frowny face.
For those that
he
don't
is
know
already
Saws.
sending me death threats as I'm going to escalate it too. That's awesome. Where is he?
Dave's back sitting behind us again, still feeling the big smile or rocking the big smile.
Saws is down there.
Still got the juice.
Feeling good? Did you have fun, buddy?
Oh man.
What's that?
Feeling good?
Hand me the other one. And turn that orange one up to 6.
Going to 6 here. Not quite 11.
How did that run go, Dave?
Oh man, it was fun, dude. I gotta tell you,
breathing
man.
hard?
Yeah.
It's one thing you don't think. I mean, there's not a lot of running, but you're definitely trying to focus, and your heart is beating through your throat.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I hold my breath and make ready, and then I don't let go until I know who won.
Doesn't everyone? We saw you jumping for joy there at the end. You were really excited.
It's a good time, man. You know, the crowd here, they're out hot. They've watched the first round. They're kind of lulled into a sense of security, but this is actually getting to be a lot of fun here, and the competitors are wailing on it. So it's a good time.
Everybody's pushing too. I mean, you know, you can definitely see when guys are getting to that point where you're just pushing so hard that you start missing, and then you got to make that mental correction.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. So the first round for me was against Eric Wilson of Obsidian Arms. He's a Patreon supporter of the 3-Gun Show. Second round was against Michael O'Brien. He's a Patreon supporter of the 3-Gun Show. My third round is going to be against Kevin Harrington, who's a Patreon supporter of the 3-Gun Show. So,
Dave's starting a theme.
yeah, I'd like everybody to remember.
Tim Ho didn't load the gun. Sorry, Dave, I hate to interrupt you, brother. But Tim did not load the pistol going in, drew it, and had to make ready. And make ready on the spot.
Pulled a Latola.
The mag fell out, actually.
Oh.
He's on the shotgun.
He's back behind the shotgun, and Daniel's already on the plate rack. He's up 3, 4, 5,
Last
6
plate,
plates.
and it looks like Daniel
that
got
is
his
it.
last one. You know, Travis, I actually liked the way that Tim staged his rifle.
Yeah.
Handed to the side like that.
I found that it's all about however you can just reach your hand in naturally, right?
Yeah.
Some guys will do the vertical, and I'm so tall, and especially on with dumps like this, that's not going to work for me at all.
Yeah, the slanted dump.
Yeah, I mean, the slanted dump is like at just above my knee, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to grab it straight in.
You're also a little bit taller than me.
I am slightly taller.
Slightly.
6'2" versus how tall you know?
I actually don't know.
I'd
have to look at my driver's license. I don't know.
So on this one right here,
Dakota knows. 5'9".
on this one right here, I staged my rifle with the barrel in the slant bucket, and then the magazine sitting on the edge of the slant box. And the reason I did that is because you're basically going to a kneel on this stage here.
That is pretty smart.
It makes the most sense. And then all you've got to do is pivot your rifle. You don't even have to pick it up.
Yeah.
You've just grabbed the grip and flip that little thing up, and it's ready to rock in the position. You just got to get down behind it.
I wanted to ask you this. I haven't seen you in a while. You started rocking the classic A2 buttstock.
Yeah.
What's that all about, dude?
So I'm onto my backup rifle, and I've been shooting that all season. And when I built that rifle, I knew that I needed an A2 tube for the rifle length. buffer, right? Buffer tube.
Yeah.
And a friend gave me a buffer tube, and it came with an A2 stock, and I thought, oh, I don't have to buy a stock now. So it's just economy is all it is.
I love it, man. That's awesome.
That's one of those things that I shot that in basic training, a 16, and it's one of those things I've always wanted a 20-inch gun again with that, like that setup. And every time I go to do it, I always end up like doing something different, like a Magpul PRS.
Yeah.
Or, like I have to like make it the next step. But
yeah. Well, I found them in most stocks that I'll run them all the way extended anyway.
Yeah.
And so this is already extended from the factory, so it just feels pretty good.
Right on. So this bout is on the left we have Eric Sandstrom. On the right we have James Leffler
from JP.
We're back in 2x4, huh?
We are.
Yes, we are.
This one's actually brought to you by Weatherby Rifles.
Excellent.
I got to tell you, James has a pretty sweet rifle. It's what is it? Star Wars
Stormtrooper.
Yeah, Stormtroopers. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, all white Cerakote, looks really good.
James is a giant Star Wars nerd, and he's proud of it.
Well, he also has the Iron Man rifle that's super cool.
Giant comic book nerd.
Goes
Picks up
shotgun.
Oh no, he's got to throw in a load.
James has to. Oh man,
and this is why we have match savers.
Yeah, exactly.
James, even with the bobble, is still 3 plates ahead on the plate rack.
Oh.
Makes the last one fall and is now.
And he got
the stop plate.
He caught up.
Attaboy, James.
So James wins by 3 plates there. Decisive victory with a. Looks like he's shooting like an M2 versus a drum mag.
Yeah.
So James had to be a little bit more deliberate with his shotgun shots there.
Had to throw in that port load from his caddy.
Yep.
Does he just not run a match saver? Or did
12,
he,
he must have
forget
missed
to load
one.
it?
It doesn't look like he had a match saver on there.
He does not have a match saver.
So he must have had 2 makeup shots, right? So there's
He
12,
Yes, he did.
12 targets.
Yep. All right, we're back to TAC Ops now. On the upper right-hand corner of the bracket.
Yeah, buddy.
For those of us following along here in the at the local event here.
So we got Nathan Payne holding
Nope.
guns for
Oh.
Jake
The
It's
dynamic
always confusing
duo.
with these guys.
So
is Tom or Jerry shooting right now?
Nathan is holding the rifle for Jake Latola. Blair Steiny on the right, Jake on the left.
And who's this bout brought to us by?
This one is brought to us, actually, this one is brought to us by Safariland.
Sweet.
Yeah. Safariland's, one of the standards and belts that we have in this industry, right?
I'm wearing mine right now.
I personally shoot the shotgun caddies. I think they are phenomenal as far as retention goes. They are the standard belt. What's cool is they actually put $200 prize certificates on the table, so somebody can actually get a good setup.
Yeah, it's like a whole belt right there.
It is. It's definitely a good start for somebody who's getting
ELS.
Oh,
Great thing about ELS is like you can
take
clip
it
it
off.
on the back of everything. You can take it off when
Yep.
you're tired, and you can borrow from anybody because everybody wears that stuff. Jake actually has a magazine inside his pistol this time as opposed to yesterday when I saw him shooting.
He laughed it off nicely, though.
He did. Jake on the first plate.
Jake
Going
1 for 1 on the pistol.
Smooth.
1 makeup on the shotgun there, and let's see how he does on the rifle. Blair's still on his shotgun, has a little malfunction. He's now off the shotgun on the rifle. Jake, 5 plates down, 6 plates down.
Jake
and
crushed
stop plate before Blair even gets a shot off on the rifle.
Man, that was a nice run.
Yep, Blair did finish it out, though, which is always a smart thing to do because we did see once already that one of the shooters left a plate up, not knowing in the dust.
Left a pistol plate up, didn't catch it on the way back through, and
lost the bout.
next up we have Mark Stevens and our very own Dakota's dad, Todd Overland.
Hey.
Mark, which side are you going to be on? Mark gives me a simple answer of the right side.
All right, then. Who's bringing us this bout, Travis?
This one, we're getting caught up to a couple more of those sponsored bouts, but we've got a few of those to do, and then we'll get there again.
Cool. So I might say now that the 3 Gun Show live show brought to us by Grunt Style, who provided all the match shirts, and
these are actually pretty cool. So we had a new logo that incorporates Task Force Dagger and the classic Jeff Kirkwold turtle this year.
Yep.
They're pretty slick. American flag on the right sleeve and classic grunt style on the left sleeve. On the back does say Jeff Kirkwold Memorial Match, Memorial 3-gun match. And gray for the competitors, red for the staff. And for those of you that are here right now, you can pick one up if you need a spare. $10. Money goes to Task Force Dagger.
I gotta say, I do love the grunt style shirts. They're amazing.
Comfy, soft,
Yep.
supple.
I don't know if you want to be petting my back, Dave. It's probably a little
Stroking.
hot in the sun here.
Stroking
They
Travis
don't
as he
know I'm
says that.
doing that if you don't say it.
But it's far more entertaining if we at least tell what's going on.
Glance back to Dave stroking Travis.
Yeah, we should kind of set this. We put 3 chairs on the platform, and I'm sitting on a cooler behind.
Yeah, Dave got
Dakota.
booted on his own show.
Exactly. So I'm riding shotgun
Rumble
style,
seat.
I guess. Rumble seat? Is that what it is?
We'll call it Rumble Seat. We'll go
Riding Rumble
we'll
seat
go real
to
old
Dakota
school.
right here.
That's before my time.
I'm pretty sure it was before most of our times, bud.
I rode in a Chevy wagon backwards facing traffic.
I did as a kid all the time.
Yeah, no AC.
Was it like a Woody wagon from
it was
way
like
back
sitting
when?
in a greenhouse. It was awesome.
The window would roll down and nobody thought anything of it.
Yep.
They were getting exhaust in the face.
Yep.
Yeah.
I treat my dog nicer than they treated us back in the day.
We were replaceable.
All right, Todd and good point.
Knuckled
Todd
up
Mark
and
getting
ready to go.
here.
And they're off.
Marks
Both
to the
drawing
pistol, roughly the same time. I would say a little ahead, but Todd's
off
out
the
of
pistol
pistol.
first by 2 plates onto the shotgun. Mark picks up his shotgun.
And he's off the
Doesn't miss a
shotgun.
play.
Clean run on the shotgun for
Todd
Todd.
down to the rifle. Mark's slinging around.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was
That might be one of
close.
the closest
Close one on
falls
the
we've
stop
had
plates.
tonight.
Todd was very metered on that one. Mark was slinging some, but
How do you
got
feel
caught
about
up.
how do you feel about your dad's run, Dakota?
That was close. He wouldn't have had like 5 rifle makeups. It wouldn't have been as entertaining. for us.
Wow. Calling out her dad.
I don't think Dakota's too shy about calling people out. I'll be honest with you. She may not be the biggest person, but
All right, y'all. I'm going to head down and get ready for my run.
Sounds good. We'll see you
Right
soon,
on,
bud.
Riley. Good
Good
luck.
luck.
Thank you.
We're rooting for Saws, right?
Oh, he
Let him
hasn't
leave
even-
it first.
He hasn't even left the platform.
You should have waited till I couldn't reach the mic.
We've already turned your mic off, Riley.
All right. So up next we have Dustin Felix and looks like Billy Weidlin.
And I get promoted to a chair
Yeah, Dave.
as we move
Coming
around
up in the world, don't
scaffolding.
trust nobody.
This is great, man. Wow, Riley's butt is kind of warm. This chair is hot. This is great. Hey, whose red dot is this? There's a red dot sitting on the table here.
It is one of Dustin Sanchez
Ah. Well,
Vortex
hopefully he doesn't-
Razor.
Hopefully
Yeah.
he doesn't need
3
it.
MOA.
on a riser. I think he's shooting on his PCC. It's actually the same optic I shoot on mine.
You know how you can tell this is not a Freilich dot?
It doesn't have a 45 offset.
Straight up and down.
Is that the term now? Have we coined that? Is it a Freilich dot on a
I
45
coined it,
offset?
and I'm going to keep repeating it until everyone falls in line. That's how these things happen.
The term
Make America
45
great
will
again.
literally will be changed over to Freilich.
Only on the PCC and the shotgun.
Okay.
Because on the rifle, it is that is well established long before Josh came along in open division. So that one's an offset dot.
Yes.
On a PCC or a shotgun, we call that a Freilich dot.
Got it. Okay. I'm tracking.
Mm-hmm. I've thought a lot about this. I had a 15-hour drive here. We should say that we are sitting on actual scaffolding,
Yeah.
like you would paint a house with, which is pretty incredible. And this is provided by Haunted Hayride
Yeah.
nearby.
Yep.
I'm not sure what the name of it is. I can't find out.
We'll get
here.
an actual name on Brent's Haunted Hayride.
The Dead End Hayride.
The Dead End Hayride. Adam said, if you want the shit scared out of you, they'll do it. Direct quote. And so thank you to them. They let us use their PA system as well. We've got a beautiful multicam cover.
Poncho liner, man.
Poncho liner that's giving us a nice shade here.
Not
and,
liner, it's poncho.
That's Garrett Grover from Rise Armament put that up. And this is the nicest poncho I've ever sat under. Thank you, Garrett.
I only have the old one. I don't have the cool new one. Oh, okay. Garrett's saying that he bought that one because he
we
didn't
got
get
Dustin
issued anything
Felix
either.
up here. And Billy Weidland?
Roger that.
I actually read your handwriting.
We're getting there. We're getting
Dustin
there.
off the pistol first. Two-plate lead. Goes on to the shotgun. Down with his whole shotgun array.
1-for-1 on that, too, for Dustin.
Yep.
Billy's the same way, though, 1-for-1. He is 3 plates, 4 plates, 5 plates, 6 plates behind in the rack, though.
Yep.
And the game is over.
So Dustin got all the rifle plates down before
Billy
was able to get 1 plate down. Billy gives up, does not finish his array. So Dustin's going to take this one. I got to say, one thing that Dustin did that is a good strategy, he settled in on that first target and then just went ding, 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 ding straight across.
Yep.
I prefer to get the shot off as fast as I can, no matter where it's aimed.
Yep.
And then hope and pray.
The aim and hope
correct
option?
from there. Yeah, I take a lot of ciders and then
I didn't know you were an F-class shooter there, Dave.
That's right. I like to get a wind call and then settle on the plate.
Yeah, the bay is, we do have a good breeze here, which is fantastic for a, upper 80 day.
Yeah, we should put that down so Dakota can actually see.
Yeah. So we have a toolbox in front of Dakota that
Sure.
hasn't been able to see
Yeah, we were
except
using
at an
that
angle.
shade cover earlier, but the sun has moved a little bit.
So
All
next
right.
we have Alex Strange and Ben Peterson. Then we have Riley and Chris Sausen, who apparently has threatened Riley with a well-drawn, handwritten note on a flap of a federal shotgun shell kit box.
This is amazing.
I think we should post a photo of that,
Yes,
Dave,
we
if
actually
you
should.
can do that.
Hand me my phone there, Dakota. I'll
This
take
is-
a photo of it.
This is outstanding. This is gamesmanship right here.
This is great.
Down
So,
in all capital letters, too.
yeah, you are going
The whole
down
note's in
all
caps.
caps.
And I mean, there's some.
We got a frowny face. There's a lot that could be read into this.
A little bit of aggression going on.
That's right.
Anyone who knows Saz knows he's a local law enforcement officer. He actually worked both nights that he worked the match for us. So he came out here and RO'd all day and then actually went to work all night.
Yeah, and so Sazin is no stranger to handling troubled youth, so he will give Riley a run for his money.
But Saz helps out with Minnesota Three Gun Group and the Tri-Gun up here as well at the same location. Always a pleasure to shoot with. But we have Ben Peterson of Hyperfire and Alex Strange of Federal.
You know what I love about this is
Good
when
handshake.
sponsors will come up and shoot with us at matches.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so cool. So Hyperfire, Ben Peterson, and Federal Premium Ammunition.
Alex Strange.
Alex Strange.
Alex is hammering on the pistol plates. Not really now getting him somewhere, but he's a
Federal's just so fun to shoot. We want to shoot more of it.
Yeah,
I will say this, Alex just hammered the shotgun section, though.
he did. Down on the rifle
And
first.
Clearly the rifle, too.
Yeah.
Whew, hammered down.
Wins by a 6-plate lead. Unbelievable.
Really picked it up and just put it into fourth gear as soon as he got out of the pistol and made it look really good at that point. We're actually moving back over to 2x4 now.
Back to 2x4.
With this is our Riley and our Saz shoot off. Actually sponsored by Surefire. They were kind enough to send us a number of lights for our prize table here.
Very cool.
I actually used one of their lights and laser combinations at Fireland Expedition.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's for the night shoot on my PCC. PCC was one of those things that I'll be honest, I was a late adopter to. But
Me too. I'm still not doing it.
It's one of the funnest things you can do.
Yeah, it's so quiet too.
Yeah, it's a super manageable option. I actually shoot PCC indoor in wintertime up in Wisconsin when we have to shoot indoor because
For
otherwise
rifle practice.
for rifle practice for my USPSA options. Yeah.
So Todd Overland's carrying Riley's PCC or rifle or whatever that is. How do you get on this this list, man? I need some help carrying my stuff.
Like the
Todd.
caddy
Come on,
list?
yeah. Carry
Dakota,
Dakota
how do
stuff.
you get a caddy? Were you born into it? I mean, were you just that lucky?
It is. It's
Supportive
you got to
father?
be born into it.
Man, can you put in a good word with me, with your dad?
Will do.
My rifle's heavy.
So we got
Stock solid.
Stock solid.
Chris Sazin from Canada and Riley Croft from Mexico, right?
What? Where did you get that?
Or are we talking to the? I'm lost. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm lost on that one,
Texas.
Dakota.
I think
Minnesota and Texas.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
the
Saz all the way over to help Riley. And whisper in his ear.
Oh, whisper in his
That was
ear.
probably words of
man.
encouragement.
I think it's another threat. Wow.
I have a feeling it's words of encouragement.
Sazin, Riley just shouted he needs a safe space.
Somebody got a safety pin for Riley.
Yep, Sazin is doing the mental voodoo.
Minnesota, nice, right out the
Yeah,
window.
exactly. Apparently, when there's competition on the line, all that goes away, right?
He's not Canadian, so I won't apologize. But
Oh,
there
they
it
give
is.
A beautiful hug right before
I don't know
it.
if that was a choice by Saz.
Yeah, was that like an Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Was he trying to take him down?
Maybe he put a paster on his back.
Yeah,
Who
could be.
knows?
They're off, Riley.
Both out on the shotgun.
Both pick up the shotgun first. And they're shooting 2x4, so they carry the shotgun through the array. Riley had with a 4-plate lead on the shotgun, down to the rifle first.
Boom.
Riley's about 5 plates ahead, 6 plates ahead, and gets the stop plate with 4 plates remaining for Sazin. Sazin is attempting to finish his array here. Yeah, there he goes.
Guess he didn't stay true to his note.
Yeah, no kidding.
Riley with a good run.
They weren't touching knuckles? Oh, they did oh, man. Nathan Payne came up to tell us that they were doing the gear shifter when they started.
Look at that hug.
Riley with a hug. I hope there's photographs of this. 'Cause this does need to be shown on.
Sazin can't get away. Nice work, Riley.
We're actually headed back over to TAC Op with Daniel May and Andre Desatel, followed by Garrett Grover and Josh Eppers.
Ah. It's good times, man. Got the side stage going. We got the side stage going over there. You can hear the rounds, the Hyperfire side stage. For those of you who are viewing and watching right now, $5 for a run over at the Hyperfire side stage. Bring some 223 and some 9mm, and the two, I guess, carbines that we're using over there. One is a 223 and one's a 9mm. They're going to be given away, one to the winner and one random draw to everyone who shot the side stage.
Yep, and every $5 and every time you try is another entry.
It's another entry,
so,
which is totally cool. So last year, we had a gentleman spend, I think it was $200.
Right around there, yeah.
Right around $200, and he shot it a bunch of times. Won the side stage, picked his rifle, and he's shooting it today in this match.
He's been shooting it. I mean, he shoots that rifle well.
So awesome.
That's one of the coolest things about something like this event, where it's just a little different, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Andre walking up to the box with that haircut he did not get.
Is that why he's trying to hunt for his hat all day?
Yeah.
Andre apparently lost a hat, and everyone borrowed it and donned it for a few photographs last night as we were.
It was on my dog for a minute.
Parker looked good, I have a feeling.
He did. All right.
Moving to shotguns.
Getting pretty close.
Oh, man, it's coming back close on the
Both with the rifle at roughly the same time.
Andre's decisive lead on the rifle, about like 2 plates.
And Andre pulls
comes
ahead.
down to the
That was
Yeah,
close.
Andre had a
Stop
3-plate
plate.
lead.
Yeah, had a 3-plate lead, gets down on the stop plate, takes a couple extra shots, and Daniel catches up. But wasn't enough. Andre takes that one. This match is so much fun.
Absolutely.
I want to shoot it again tomorrow.
I got to do something very different in this match than I'm used to, running the prize table and doing that whole thing.
Yeah, how was that?
It's it gives you a lot of respect for the match, not promoters, but the match staff in general. You know, there's so many different elements that you don't think about until you've done it a few times. And when people make it look seamless, you know they've either done it a ton and struggled through it and tried to figure out those processes. But there's a lot that goes into it, and the more that I see that side of things, the more I appreciate it, and definitely want to make sure that I thank folks for putting matches on and things like that, because it is a lot of time. I know Adam was up here on Wednesday morning setting up all the stages and getting things all measured for the shoot off. I came up Thursday and worked all day Friday, Saturday. And, you know, we only have 100 shooters. I can't imagine what the guys do for 300 shooter matches.
I know. So. And fantastic RO staff here, too. Many of them came for the build. Pete, Dustin, several other people. Brent, several other people as well.
Yeah.
Tons of work done here.
Absolutely.
The scaffolding was built by the time
this
I got
morning.
Here. I'm looking at you, buddy. Thank you.
There was a bunch of dirt work done this morning, like 6:30. I got up at 7, and I felt like I was way late for work.
Yep. So who we got up right now, man?
We are Garrett Grover and Josh Eppers.
All right,
Garrett Grover on the left, Josh on the right.
Back in the TAC Ops bracket here. Garrett Grover making ready. Josh Eppers making ready. This is going to be a good one.
Garrett drove up from Tulsa 12 hours.
He did. I still beat him on that one, though.
On the drive?
15 hours.
Jeez, Dave.
I know. Last hour was sketchy, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, my first hour of my drive was a little sketchy. I totally understand that. Garrett did bring food for last night for our social hour.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Beer was brought to us, I should say, by Wisconsin Brewing, a little brewery local to me, Verona, Wisconsin.
All right, big handshake and a shoulder pound before we get going here. Garrett's a big man. I bet that hurt Josh a little bit.
Garrett's not a small guy by any means.
No.
Garrett out of the holster very early.
Yep. And has about a 5-plate lead, 6-plate lead. Off the pistol first. Josh is still spending some time on there. Josh picks up his shotgun as well. Garrett's off onto the rifle first.
We're even on the rifle, though.
Now, Garrett, 5 plates down, 6 plates down. Going to the stop plate. Had about
Garrett takes it.
Yep, 5-plate lead on Josh there. Josh finishing it out, which is great. Garrett hails from Rise Armament, so no stranger to some rifle work there, and put it to the test.
He just recently got another Razor 1-6, running his rifle like a madman.
Dakota, what's your strategy on this? Did you do any sort of magnification on the rifle?
The first round I did, and the second round I took most of it off.
Mm-hmm.
By most of it, did you go back to like 2, or were you at 3?
I think I was probably at 1.5.
Okay,
I was
so
at
just
3 the first time.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 is almost too much for this distance.
A lot of times, that just sub 2 is for just a little bit. I feel pretty comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I'm living that Huey life.
But and you know, Max will tell you anytime you get used to shooting a true 1X, and then you give yourself a little bit of magnification, and throttle can go back back up. But you also have the confidence to not do that. So. Yeah,
I ran a Huey, Razor AMG UH1 in pump division in patrol division at Colorado 3-gun championship. So I had a ton of practice on that. And I didn't have time to change it back to the Razor before I got here, so I ended up running that one in this match.
It is a bay match. I mean, it does make sense. I think it's a good fit. I think.
Yeah, for the plates, I guess that 1.5 I think would be kind of nice, but I don't think it's a severe disadvantage.
No.
So we got John Wydell and Kevin Yoder.
Kevin wearing a bright orange shirt.
Yeah, gunfighter
target shirt.
John Wydell's been putting in a ton of practice.
He's been killing it, man.
Yeah, and holy cow, got to watch him shoot a couple stages yesterday. He's moving fast, shooting fast.
he's confident and smooth.
He's been telling me that he's been doing nothing but shooting plate racks in the last couple of weeks here, so we'll see how he does.
That'll give me some direction to keep working here.
Yeah.
Looks like we have Trevor Armbruster and Joseph Rule already in the paddock over there. They're up next here.
All right, John and Kevin are ready to go. They get the buzzer.
Ooh.
So Kevin's starting with his shotgun. John's going to pistol first. Both off. Not too far apart. John's off the shotgun down to his rifle. Kevin's still spending time on the pistol. John taking his time on the rifle array, finishes a full rifle array plus 4 pistol targets ahead of Kevin. John went with my strategy of taking 2 siders, one really high, one really low, and then he went straight in the middle for all the rest of them.
Yeah, that seems to be a functional option.
I tell you what, when the buzzer goes off, man, and you're racing against someone and you hear the bump, bump, bump. I tell you what, when I shot against Michael O'Brien just now, he went to shotgun first. I went to pistol first, and I was just going, plink, plink, plink. I could hear him douche, 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 and at the time I couldn't figure out if it was shotgun or pistol, right? But I thought, wow, he's going really fast. I'm really far behind right now.
And that's just one of those things that you never can really. We say tune everything out. Hell, tune us out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's really hard. You hear somebody hammer and you're like, God, that's a really good cadence, and then you totally take your eyes off what you were doing. But
yeah, it's tough to tune the other person out. Like
that
I had my
high-low
plugs deep too, like they were touching in the middle.
Oh yeah, that high-low shot placement.
Yeah,
a lot of that comes from, at least from when I'm doing it, it comes from getting low enough on the barrel and the gun kind of wobbling.
Yeah.
Because I'm not
you do
out
have
far.
a pivot point.
Yeah, and I mean using that pivot point and or trying to overcompensate from the first one, then you end up going low, and the next thing you know, you can maybe find it.
We got some guys making ready now.
Yeah, we have Trevor Armbruster on the left and Joseph Rule on the right.
And when I went over to make ready, past Patham, and I'm going to try it again. Karua Ratne.
Ooh.
Oh, I almost got it. That was almost close. I got a kind of so-so from him.
We'll get there.
One more time, I think I got it.
I think if we do it by syllable, I think we'll get there.
Oh, okay, the second chance bracket? Okay, thank you. So, breaking news, we've got a winner of the 2x4 bracket for the second chance bracket. And we'll tell you who that is right after these guys shoot. About even on the pistol here, dropping down, picking up his shotgun. Joseph about 2 points ahead coming down the shotgun. It's pretty close on the rifle now. It's going to come down.
Even.
Oh. Trevor comes from behind off the shotgun and does end up taking it by 1 plate. So, winner from the second round bracket, their second chance bracket.
Mike Egendahl.
Mike Egendahl. Congratulations, Mike. So he's going to be shooting off against the winner of the first round bracket. And we've got a special guest with us here, Garrett Grover. Garrett, how you doing, man?
I am doing fantastic. How are you guys?
Oh, just super, man. It's great to see you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me.
So what do you think about the shootout format, man?
Man, so I think this is just great. I would like to see more matches like this.
Isn't this just kicking the pants?
It's so much fun. So I came up and shot this match. Travis invited me up, and I'd heard of it, and I was kind of interested in it. And And he was just like, man, you should really come up. And then Rise decided to sponsor the match. Then I was like, you know what, I'm coming up.
Sweet.
And one thing that really struck me about this match was the camaraderie of the shooters in this area. Not
Yeah.
only the quality of the shooters, because there's some really good shooters around here, but just the camaraderie. And it's almost as much, or even probably even more as much, about coming out and hanging out with your friends than it is about actually shooting and winning prizes and all that stuff.
I got to say, man, I was really excited to come back to Minnesota. This is one of my favorite places to shoot just because of the shooting culture here.
Mm-hmm.
Just incredible. The amount of familial support around.
Yep.
You know, if you notice, there's a lot of shooters, but they also have their wives, girlfriends, mothers, fathers with them and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to be able to see that.
Well, I'm definitely – it's 12 hours away, but I think I'm going to become a regular up here. You know,
Awesome.
at least a couple times a year.
Awesome.
Try to get
I
as
like
many
it.
matches as I can up here. It's really cool.
So we up in front of us now, we got Amax, Adam Maxwell against
Elliot Watkins in this one is on the left.
Awesome. Another 2x4 bout here. Adam
Adam
picking
going
up
straight shotgun.
the borrowed dissonant shotgun. Both these guys going shotgun.
Cleaned up with that dissident shotgun.
Yeah. Oh.
Adam shooting an 11-inch gun, but he's cleaning the plate rack. That was 1 for 1 in the plate rack work right there.
Adam
Wow.
does take this one here.
That's how you shoot the plate rack right there.
Carl's trying to touch my leg down here.
So I'm noticing on this plate rack, there's a lot of guys that will get up there and just hammer away.
Yeah.
And have a bunch of misses. And then you get the guys that slow down, wait for their sights to settle before they press that trigger. And those are the guys that seem to be having more success on the plate rack.
We were talking about that, and I think the one that was brought it to the conversation was Dustin Felix. Like, he took a lot of time to get to that first plate, but then he only had one makeup shot all the way across. He just got his his elevation settled in, and then just ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Whereas, like I was telling Travis and Dakota, I like to take a couple ciders, and just throw some rounds down there, make my opponent think that I'm really well on a way. Not on purpose, but I'm just missing. That's all.
Yeah, playing the mind game.
Exactly.
I think what a lot of people underestimate is the importance of building a good, stable firing position. So taking that extra second to get stable and get settled in before you start pressing your shots off.
I can definitely say it's one of my personal issues.
I think it's tricky because, we're looking at 70 yards, right? So it looks like, oh, this is a chip shot with a carbine, right?
Yeah, right.
So you don't respect it near as much as you would if it was like a 400-yard shot. So you're not building that stable position. But when you're talking about going up against another shooter and only 7 targets between you and victory, it makes sense to take that extra second and a half to build that extra position.
It's worked well for me. Both my bouts that I've shot so far, we got on rifle roughly at about the same time. I was able to settle in, and I think I've had 3 rifle misses in between my 2 bouts, so that's pretty
nice.
good.
Nice.
Happy with that. But, are we done with the round 2?
Yeah, we're into our round going into 8s here.
Nice.
So we'll get down to our top 8 tac ops and we're in our 4 final 4 for 2x4 already.
Speaking of tac ops, winner of the second chance shoot off, Kim Peterson.
Yes.
Kim Peterson has been racing people to reset during the first round all day, feeling feisty, and then looks like he put it on the shooting as well.
Yeah, we also known as Fake J Carrillo.
So Kim was actually who I shot off against in the round 1.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
you knocked him out? He's coming back for revenge.
I
bro.
know.
Apparently not having it.
But so I met Kim. I met him a long time ago, but didn't really get to know him. Last night we kind of started talking. Man, he's just a good dude.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
So that's
guy.
something you could talk about, Garrett, coming from somewhere that we have a little different culture as far as that goes up here.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a social last night for everyone who wasn't here. Rise provided and Garrett provided some sustenance, and like I said, there was beverages provided. But how is that something that happens everywhere that you've seen?
It's something people
it's
mimic.
It's becoming more common, that kind of welcoming atmosphere, I think, in 3-gun, and trying to make matches less of a competition, more of an experience.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to say, you guys, this match really
Yeah.
knocks it out of the park as far as that goes.
Yeah, you know what I like about this range, specifically Forest Lake, is that it is a social gathering afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Last year I got the opportunity to stay several nights here when I visited Arms and Arms, JP, and so my trailer was on the range. Got to shoot an Ignite match during the week, and what I noticed was that social culture is also with the clay sports, where people are hanging out, sitting on tailgates, BSing after matches and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
A lot of times with an adult beverage.
Yeah.
And that's like something completely different than we do in Colorado.
So we're looks like we're getting ready to start out, and we're going to do all the tack ops first. Is that what I just
looks like
heard?
we're going to burn through TO, and then we're going to go do the final two. It looks like.
So what's our shooting order for folks that are here?
Yeah,
and,
for here in the Bay, we have Nathan Payne and John Webush, then Corey Thatcher and Sam Munson, Kevin Harrington and Dave Hartman.
Oh,
You're 3 down, Dave.
yeah, I better go get ready.
Michael Cattell and Daniel Bestie,
Dakota, you got
Jake
this
Latola,
one. You
Todd
keep an eye on
Overland.
these guys.
Dustin Felix, Alex Strange, Andrew DeSautel, Garrett. Second to last this bracket, buddy.
Yeah, all right.
John Waddell and Trevor Armbruster.
So I can hang out for a little bit anyways.
Take that orange, turn it all the way down, please. Thank you.
Yeah. We're getting
So-
hey, dead air, guys,
so-
dead air. So,
Dakota's trying to talk to the side of my head with some planning here, but we'll get back to the game.
so I just, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, buddy, what's up?
No, I just got back from Washington, D.C.
Very cool.
About 6 hours before I drove up here. Got to go to the NRA Gun Museum.
That had to be cool.
And see the NRA headquarters, and that museum is really, really cool.
Where is that?
It's in
DC?
Fairfax, Virginia. Okay, they're getting ready to go.
Cool.
So
Looks like Nate and John are knuckles together in the start box here. Nathan going left, John going right. Both have a very similar rifle presentation in the box. Both go pistol. Nathan out of the holster very quickly.
Nathan's off pistol.
Nathan's
Hammers.
clean 6 for 6
Shotgun.
in the shotgun. Just hammers it like straight to the rifle, each one. Nathan's a plate ahead, 2 plates ahead, 3 plates ahead, and that is the game.
By 2 plates. So I guess John Webush, I squatted with him yesterday, and he's a good guy. I really like him. Apparently he's one of the top PRS shooters in the state of Minnesota, which is pretty cool.
That's a whole other game, man.
Yeah, a whole
That's one-
different game.
It's one I've never started. Actually, the nice thing about this bout was brought to us by A&S Engineering, the trigger guard guys.
Yeah.
Have you shot one of those yet?
I've messed with Dylan's a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say he's a cheater.
It is a piece that I will tell. I don't know that it necessarily makes you faster, but it definitely makes you more consistent.
It definitely doesn't make you slower.
Yeah.
I loaded with his gun, and I also Land's got one on his gun,
Yep.
Win, and I really like it. It's a really neat piece of gear.
Yep. It's it's removing those variables, which is what I like about it. Nathan shoots one. Nathan actually shoots for ANS. But it's one of those pieces that we're always continually working the game as far as gear, right? Minor details bring us up ever so slightly more, and that's just one of those pieces that I personally am putting on guns.
Yeah, I'm looking to possibly add one to my
There are some on the prize table.
my Markroth shotgun.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm actually shooting a Markroth gun this year, moving forward as well. I got some Bredas that I'm moving into.
Oh, yeah?
That went to Mark. I'm actually really excited. I get to put the new receiver on mine.
Oh, cool.
So,
Yeah.
but
Well, I don't know that I could be any happier with mine. I'm pretty pleased with it. That ANS Engineering trigger guard might be a good addition to it, though.
definitely won't hurt.
Yeah.
Those guys are also local to us here.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, the Midwest has a lot of companies that do a lot for for this game as well as shooting in general.
Mm-hmm.
We just talked about PRS. I mean, there's some of the best barrel manufacturers in the world in Wisconsin. We have Federal here in Minnesota. We have a lot of really important companies that are in this area. And what's cool is there's meccas everywhere across the country, and everybody does stuff a little differently. But we're all working under that same umbrella to keep it going.
Yeah, right. And it seems like the northern Midwest, like I know around Rapid City, South Dakota, there's a lot of manufacturers.
Rapid City and Sturgis. I've got a bunch of buddies out in those companies.
Yeah.
And not to mention a really cool location. If people have not been to Sioux Falls, Rapid City, and specifically Sturgis area, Custer National Park's phenomenal.
Yeah, if you get into so I grew up in Deadwood, which is just a few miles
right
from
there.
Yeah, and we actually played against Sturgis.
Nice.
In sports and
On
stuff
the way to
in high school.
Wyoming, we're going to go out there. We've got
cool.
we've got Corey Thatcher and Sam Monson. Sam going left. Sam with a fast sprint, going straight shotgun. Having a couple makeups right away, but having to stop and reload here. 3 plates still up. Corey is done with the pistol, works shotgun, shoots it clean.
Yeah.
Oh, he's out of ammo.
Yeah, Sam just hung it up. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
I got to squad with Sam yesterday, too. Another good guy. Good shooter, too.
Yeah, nobody ever wants to win that way. Nobody ever wants to lose that way.
Yeah. What is part of it? I mean, if it's part of the shoot-off, you've got 9 rounds, 10 if you got a match saver, and if that's all you take and you don't shoot it clean.
You know, that's one of those things that even on a stage, it's a question of, it's a question of when we're shooting the game, too.
Yeah.
You know, you're at a regular stage. How much ammo do you carry? Mm-hmm. You know, if you've got, say you got 13 plates, you've got a regular TAC Ops gun, you've got 9 in the gun, you turn it and load 4. Well, how many more do you carry?
Yeah, I usually
try to carry double what I have.
Yep, I do the same thing. I try to carry.
So, sorry, say again, Dakota.
I try to carry double what I need to load. So if I need to load 4, I carry 8.
Okay. That gives you a little bit, and then if you happen to bobble some or something like that. Makes sense?
I usually try to carry, if I need 4, I usually carry about 36. just to make sure.
Full chest rig.
Yep. Anyways, I think I got to go. I got to go get ready for my next match. So I'm
Yep, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So.
Yeah, I better go.
Absolutely. Thanks, buddy.
Right, guys.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Dakota. So just you and I now for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at Brent here, who's ready to get some people started. Ooh. Good old Half Dartman going right. Kevin Harrington on the left. Wondering if his mustache is going to give him any luck against Dave here.
Probably.
Good fix. Good fix, Kev.
Who knows?
Eric from Obsidian filming Kevin. So it looks like Davey's got a shotgun stage just to the left. Trigger guard going right in the right-hand bucket on the right-hand side. So what do you think about a match like this with shoot-off being the most important thing? Does it really diminish the stages in the first day, or does it allow people to just have fun?
I mean, part of me is very traditional and just likes to shoot, but the thing that I really enjoy about this match is it gives me time to experiment, because shooting the first day is not the most important part. Then I can try new things and
kind of like a club match.
Do it under pressure,
yeah,
too.
Absolutely. Looks like they both go pistol first here. Dave's 4 down, Kevin's 3 down, now 4 down. Dave's rocking a plate ahead advantage. He's onto the shotgun. Kevin's onto the shotgun as well. Dave's done with the shotgun. They're both on the rifle.
On the rifle.
Dave's 2 plates ahead, 3 plates ahead.
His first shot hit the plate. He didn't throw anything.
His first shot at the plate. And Dave's done.
And Dave takes it.
Dave throwing up a big woo there. Looks like Riley's joining us again.
What's up, Travis? You didn't get me. What's up, Travis?
Oh, hey, buddy. How are you?
doing?
I want to make sure I get your volume right here and have you on here.
Looks like Dave had a strong run there.
Dave hit the first plate.
The big woo. At
Way
the
to be
end.
Daver.
Think he's excited to be shooting semi-auto again. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
So that one was brought to us by Duke Defense. You ever run their offset sites?
No, I actually run a JP offset site.
Yeah, that's a
One day
throwback.
we'll- yeah,
That's
it's
a super
throwback.
throwback. That's
Yeah,
super cool.
it
But
is.
for the most of us who don't have cool stuff like that,
Hey,
Duke defense seems to be the way to go.
it's from before my time.
Hey,
There's
man.
a lot of stuff that's from before my time.
You know what? You have an understanding that there's some good stuff that was made before you.
Disposable cameras. being one of them?
Yes. What are the wind-up phone thing? What are those things?
Rotary phone?
Rotary. There we go. Rotary phones. Now we're cooking with peanut oil.
Driving with it now, right? These days.
Of course.
But so up next we got Michael Cattell and Daniel Bestie. Michael,
Dave's walking off with a smile over there.
Dave's ripping.
Oh,
Throws
yeah.
a shotgun up in victory pose. Michael's been ripping, dude. He's been putting the plate rack down clean every time. He's actually rocking a set of offset irons as a righty, which unfortunately for me doesn't work. So if you are a lefty and one of the few of us out there that doesn't have offset irons because no one has made a good set for you, the Duke defense is where it's at.
Very
Lots of
true.
I've
I've shot some there. I actually like them a lot.
I do too. Actually, there's a bunch of sets on the prize table as well.
Are there?
Yeah. They were really.
Thank you to them.
Yeah, I've actually had the opportunity to speak with Barry at a couple different events, and he's always a absolute class act and
Nice.
heck of a nice man. So
Well, we'll see how they work for
So
him. Oh, he's going to shoot his
Daniel
optic, actually.
Bestie.
Take it back.
Daniel Bestie and Michael Cattell. Michael going left, Daniel going right.
And they're off.
Both going pistol.
Into the pistol.
They're about even.
Daniel
Ooh.
burns down the shotgun.
Mike's first on the shotgun. I'm sorry, Mike's first on the rifle. He's a plate ahead, 2 plates ahead. They're even, 1-1 left.
Ooh,
They get it almost evenly. Oh!
Oh, it goes.
Wow.
And
Michael.
Daniel with the win. I believe.
Was
I
it
need a
Daniel
ruling.
Or Michael?
That's super close. I will need a ruling on that one, you guys.
I think
We
I
totally
think
forgot
I
to
saw
use our
Michael,
vortex
but
glass back here.
you saw
You know, we were so
Daniel.
excited and enthralled in watching the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think we're going to clear some guns, and somebody's going to give me a report from down below.
I think I saw Michael's go down first, but I guess we'll see.
He's pointing towards Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Brent. Looking forward to it. This is going to be cool. Who's going to win, though? Reed or Patham to get down there for me, give me a reading.
Okay.
All right.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Run it out. You guys got it.
Oh, Patham's got the lead.
Patham's got the lead.
Wow.
Patham with a straight line.
Oh.
Reed's working it.
Dane even runs out there with him.
Dane getting caught up. Oh.
Who was it?
Patham
Who
ran to the
was
right.
it? Oh.
Oh,
Daniel with the win.
with the win.
That one was unbelievably tight.
That was
Unbelievable.
as close as you can get. We had to run down there and see it.
I couldn't when they went to one plate left in the rack, each inside plate, and then the stop plates. I was pretty excited.
Yeah,
and,
they hit him down at the same time.
and then they started. Yeah, exactly. The Dakota, they worked it right to the end, and those stop plates fell. It literally. I mean, they could have almost stopped themselves from falling. They were so close.
Carl with Gunfighter Targets made some incredible targets out there.
Carl is the man of steel.
Where is Carl?
Right behind us, walking around to
Dave's
your
putting
right.
shotgun shells in our cooler. Only shoot open, he says. Are you sure it's not hashtag slide ride or die? Carl's off to my left now.
Oh, there you are, Carl.
Thank you. Targets look awesome, buddy. Carl gives me a good nod. Big thumbs up. We looks like we're still looking at the targets.
Oh,
There might be a little controversy.
Looks like there is a controversy here. I may have to correct my my last report. I've crossed this out now twice. Waiting
Were
for
they
the
too
final
far
word.
Did we get a
from
final
Brent.
ruling down there?
Brent will come back and give it to us here. Up next, we have Jake Latola and Todd Overland.
I think they should get him out there like the fighters and raise the hand which one it was.
Definitely should have a championship to throw the right hand up out. Speaking of which, I heard somebody say at some point that they want to see Josh Freilich and Nate Payne arm wrestle.
Oh,
And,
yes.
I heard that.
I have heard that. I heard there needs to be some sort of charity amount raised though for the guys willing to do it. Nate, maybe you can turn around and tell me if that's real or not. He shakes his head no. Are you sure? Okay. We can do it. So if Nathan's in, where's Josh?
Josh, where you at?
But do the donations go to task force?
Of course
Tiger?
they do.
Of course.
Of course they do.
Who else would
What's
they
my
give?
final call?
Patham. Who won?
Who's my final winner?
They don't know?
So your left, my right-hand shooter was the plate underneath. It is Daniel Bestie.
All right. Looks like we got Todd up and Jake Latola up next.
Yep, Jake on the left, Todd on the right. Todd is holding his own firearms because both of you
Dakota's
are here.
smiling over here.
Apparently, there is no return for the man who caddies both of your guns.
So Dakota, are you putting your money on your dad or Jake? Going
no
blood
comment.
or water?
No
wow,
comment.
no comments.
I think that's a fair statement. I don't think that would put you in that position.
Just wanted to see what she'd say.
Oh yeah,
Who's your money on?
JP all the way, right, for you guys?
Yes, JP.
They're both shooting JP rifles.
That's the point.
Wow. Wow.
Dakota
I had to specify.
putting
'cause
Riley
you
in
didn't, you
point- in
didn't
place.
say what guns they were using.
They're
I'm just
both
saying.
shooting Vortex, too, so.
All right, looks like we're getting close here.
Are they both shooting federal ammo?
I believe so.
Looks like they got the trio there then.
Could honestly go either way with that.
Looks like Jake's heading back to the start box here.
Looks focused and in the zone, breathing hard, deep breaths.
Jake-
So majestic.
What is it, Jake Latoya?
Yeah.
So you guys will have to tell me that story when these
Oh,
guys
yeah.
are done here.
Yeah.
So it looks like Todd, say your dad because you're sitting next to me, my apologies.
Their knuckles
But
up.
Todd is off, hands up to the right. He's got the knee pad on. Jake's going left, doing the same.
And they're off.
They
Both
both
drawn
go pistol right away.
Okay.
Jake's 4 plates, 5 plates, 6
Jake's
plates
off
in.
the
Todd is
pistol.
4 plates, 5 plates.
Jake is on the shotgun.
6
and
plates
he
in.
clears the shotgun as Todd goes to the shotgun.
Jake's on the rifle. He's got 2 plates on the rack, 3 plates, 4 plates, 5, 6, and done.
Jake
And
cleared
he
it.
takes it.
Jake by 5 plates.
Looks like that JP rifle really worked well for him there.
You know what I like about the team that is Jake Latola and Nathan Payne is that they help each other out. You know, like Jake doesn't have to carry his own rifles, and then at lunchtime I saw how they eat lunch. It was really weird. It was like a mama feeding a baby bird. Jake would chew up the food and then spit it in Nate's mouth, and
Would they take turns doing it?
they did
or
actually.
was it always
yeah,
Jake?
yeah. No, they took turns, and that's the great thing is it's team, right? It's teamwork, team effort.
So Jake switched over to an M2 recently, or for the year.
What did he used to
That's
shoot?
been a
Was it a
couple years
Vinci?
now.
He used to shoot a Vinci, yeah. Jake being the sportsman that he is, and going over and saying congratulations to Todd. But yeah, that was a change, because that's one of those things that when you're incredibly focused, making changes is always tough. There's
Yeah.
always some sort of voodoo you have to avoid, right?
Well, especially when you're an engineer,
That's true.
change is not good.
People do like trains. What can I say?
Change requires meetings and arguments and focus groups.
So next up, we have Dustin Felix and Alex Strange. Looks like Alex has taken the left lane. It's the one he's preferred the last few bouts.
He's been absolutely crushing it so far.
Yeah, he had a little pistol wobble at one point, but he definitely
Burns
if
it down
he
with the
wobbled,
rifle.
yeah, if he wobbled at one point, it was 90 miles an hour on
Where
on
are we
the
at
other
in the
ones.
bracket, brother?
We are right here, buddy.
Oh, cool. Dustin Felix, Alex Strange,
Yep.
and then who do we
Andre
have up next?
Andre Desautels and Garrett Grover
Cool. And then John Waddell.
and Trevor Armbruster.
Armbruster. Okay.
That'll be a good shoot-off. Well, so we're at that point where everybody's shooting well. This
Shooting about
bout's
the
actually,
same, too.
yeah, this bout's actually brought to us by Superlative Arms, the bleed-off gas block people. Really good folks over there. One of the few gas blocks that actually doesn't just cut off gas; it actually bleeds it off. So you're actually venting it forward.
Really?
It never even comes into your gun. Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
darn.
it's a pretty cool option.
Wow.
Good people, good to work with. And that's what this industry is based on. In my mind.
Exactly. This match is all about, too.
Exactly. People
All
coming
right.
together for the betterment.
They're both stepping up to the line, shaking hands as they get ready.
Dustin pushes most of Alex out of the box just because he's a significantly larger human being.
Here they go. Both draw pistol.
Alex super clean on the pistol.
Yeah,
Dustin just
One makeup on the shotgun.
But didn't even stun him.
Alex 3 plates ahead, 4 plates ahead.
Just got the plate right cleared, and he
Alex
wins.
takes it.
by 3 plates and a stop plate. And these, as we narrow it down, these bouts are getting really close.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
Getting to be
mean,
a lot
one
of fun.
error.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
error is definitely starting to change the
Definitely.
environment.
I got lucky on the last bout. Kevin and I had we had a faulty first pistol plate. We were all hitting it and it wouldn't fall over, which is not true at all. We were both missing it, but luckily we were equally crappy. So.
But we did notice, and Dakota brought it up, that you didn't take your sighters on the plate rack, the rifle plate rack.
Yeah,
You
I took
were-
what Garrett said to heart there. He's like, "Oh, this is how I was winning." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that seems like a good idea." Thanks, Dakota. He's
So
always got
Garrett's-
my back.
Garrett's going right here. Andre's going left. John Waddell helping out, taking care of Garrett, and Kate Arnzen helping Andre out.
Gotta get a helper. How do you get a helper?
I think you just ask, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah, probably.
you know, I had the opportunity to choose. Generally, like the smart money is to choose the left side in a shoot off.
Why is that?
If you're a right-handed shooter,
Okay.
because then you can ride the recoil across the arrays.
Yep.
However, since I had 2 reps already on the right side, I chose to just stick with that.
Dave, I'm pretty sure that me and Dakota both helped you at the Colorado 3-gun championship.
Absolutely
So I
you
don't
did.
want to hear it.
Absolutely,
We both helped be your
you
caddy.
totally
so
did. Stage plans, soda.
He's fibbing to y'all. He is not
So,
telling
pop.
the truth.
Well, back to what Dave was
Did you
saying,
say
though, Riley.
pop?
Do you have a side preference and for any reason?
I like the right side just because I started there.
Okay, and you're in the same boat as Dave then.
Yeah,
Well, I switch with what works.
yeah. I didn't get a choice in the first 2, and I figured might as well just stick with that if that's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's like once you get a rhythm on one side, no matter which one you start on, even if you don't get your choice,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of just stick with it. Because once again, changing things.
Yeah, exactly.
So which side did you go on, Dakota?
I went on the left, riding the recoil.
There you go.
Garrett's all set up. He's got the shotgun in the right dump, far off to the left, and his rifle's actually standing up on the far left side of the left dump.
Yeah.
Andres is all in the right-hand dump of the left side with the mag on the right-hand side of the dump. Both go pistol right off the bat. Pretty even.
Andre pulled ahead by 1 plate there.
Garrett's off the pistol. Both off the shotgun. Very even right now.
Oh,
Andre's first into position. Now he's 2 plates up. 3
6
plates up.
in,
Wow.
and
Ooh.
he.
That came back.
Wow.
Garrett definitely came back, but Andre was into his position faster, and it was definitely looked more consistent.
It was pretty close there for a second when they
Andre
both got on the
takes that
plate
by
rack.
a stop plate and half a plate, I'd say.
Oh, yeah.
Who do we have up next?
That one was next up. We have John Waddell and Trevor Armbruster. That bout was brought to us by Code Evolution. Have you seen their handguards, Dave?
I have not seen him up close. I've seen him on the internet.
They're another
Carbon
one of those
fiber?
companies that carbon fiber. Another one of those companies that are by guys who have been around for a long time, and just once again, really good people to work with.
Very cool.
So. Tatham is putting those jeans to work today. It is definitely warm
Yes, he
out,
is.
and he is rocking a full set of jeans, and I think I would die.
Who wears
See,
jeans to a 3-gun match?
Tatham.
If only he had the bald eagle shirt too.
Man.
I gotta go get a selfie with that. I'm not even joking.
I think we can
The
have
bald
that
eagle shirt?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's pretty sweet, dude.
I think we
great
should.
shirt.
All right, John on the left now, Trevor on the right. both have the shotguns dumped in the outside bin.
It is interesting how everyone has like a certain method for staging their gun, and we're seeing so many different variations.
Yeah, there's a significant. Some are vertical. For example, John's is vertical on the inside of the outside, and Trevor's is in the same position, except it's flat and the trigger guard away from him to the right on the right-hand side.
That's how I think that's how I put my shotgun in there. Felt natural.
I really can't remember.
I intended to dump my pistol with my left hand and pick my shotgun up with my right at the same time. I'm not quite sure if I executed on that or not.
I'm not really super coordinated, so I don't know if I should even try that one.
I always tried him.
I know Tarrant preaches that and trains that type of thought process a lot.
What type of process is that?
The dumping one gun with one hand and grabbing the other one.
Yeah.
See, in my stage walkthrough, it always goes perfectly, but somehow as soon as the buzzer goes off,
same
I
here.
never seem to do it.
Start like checking my pistol from 4 yards away.
So John and Trevor's brought to us by Alex Pro Firearms. My very own Jason Lee, who's helping with the prize table, donated some good stuff. But John's done with the pistol. Trevor's done with the pistol.
Looks like John had
John with 2 extra makeup shots there, but still faster on the shotgun down to the rifle first. Taking that extra time. Even up.
The Trevor just beforehand.
Comes down to the stop plates.
Yes, it did.
Did anybody else see
Both came off with smiles.
Trevor
though.
Armbruster on the right there?
Very cool.
Just
Trevor
killing it.
Takes that one.
John was super tenacious on the rifle pull out of there and just right into position.
Yep.
Didn't waste the time doing like the stand up and kneel. He just did it all in one motion. It looked really good.
That's the way you do it, man. Like the setting up that rifle is very important, especially when you're going down to a reverse kneel or a double kneeling position.
Absolutely.
The enthusiasm out of Riley. Patham's still running it out, helping us all the way down on the long plates here.
Even in the juniors.
When they start Final Four, we're going to be done over there. So if they want to get in on the sides,
Okay.
consider it.
All right, everybody. We got a quick announcement for those of you standing on the railing. Before we start when we start Final Four, we are going to be shutting down the Hyperfire side stage. So if you want to get over and shoot the Hyperfire side stage and get your name in for the rifles, go do it now. It's $5. Bring some 223. Bring some 9mm. Whack away on some Hyperfire triggers and have yourself a good time.
So now we're starting the 2x4, and it looks like
Tack ups.
we are. All right.
Who do we have left in
We're
tack
going to
ops?
finish up the tack ops?
Who do we have left?
Quarters?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, we're
So
going
I
to finish
guess
all
I'm
the
up in
tack
two.
ops.
All
Yep,
right.
looks like we're going to Final Four everywhere.
So who do we have up now?
We should have Nathan Payne and Corey Thatcher.
That's going to be a good one.
I'm up in 2, so you guys have a good time without me.
Yep, Dave, get ready. Rock and roll, buddy.
I'll miss you.
Good luck, Dave.
Good luck.
I
I
love
better
you.
get a good woo out of you. Or a harumph, either way.
Yeah. Hit that plate on the first shot. Don't spray and pray.
Words of wisdom from Dakota.
Looks like Nathan's already over there getting ready. Gonna take a little break. Looks like repaint some steel.
Oh yeah, Final Four. Final Four paint job.
Spouts brought to us by EAA, the folks that import Tanfolio pistols. They were actually kind enough to put a Gold Cup team gun on the table as well.
Wow.
Looks like Ben Peterson from Hyperfire is joining us.
What's up, Ben?
Let him get his headset on here, Riles, and we'll get him going.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, everybody? How you doing today?
There we go. Couldn't hear the first time, buddy. Sorry about that.
That's all right. That's all right. Been running around like crazy during this match.
How's that side stage going?
It's going really well. It's going really well. The nice thing about it, we made it a little bit larger than we did last year.
Yeah.
And we have the random draw in there as well, so it gives everybody that shoots a little bit more incentive.
Fantastic.
It's awesome.
How you guys doing on that as far as are we getting a good I hate to make anything about money, but are we getting a good donation and folks are having fun?
I think they're up. We're up right around 100 participants so far, and then there's
Awesome.
some people who've paid for multiple other rounds as well. So
Cool. You give away any of those shirts that we have over there?
yeah, we have. Yep, we've
Cool.
had a few. We've probably got about 5 or 6 shooters that have really just sat over there and
People are going to
been
win
running
some
through it.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I like that
Oh, yeah.
commitment.
So you said we're up to 100. The goal this morning was, what, 60?
Well, that was 60 tickets for the Radiant rifle. So we're trying. Last year we made just sub 900. It was like just sub 1,000. It was like $985 at the side stage last year. I'd love to see us at that number again, just because that puts us, solidly in that donation for Task Force Dagger.
Yeah.
Which is always just fantastic. So, but Nathan's up on the left here again. He's been ripping from that side. Corey on the right.
He had a really good match, too.
Yeah.
Nate's a really consistent shooter.
He is.
It's definitely
He's very
something.
consistent.
He's someone who is definitely one of those guys that you run into him at a match, and he's happy to talk to you. And
Oh, yeah. For being the amount of focus that he is right now, he always has time to stop and answer any questions that I have and help me out. It's like, hey, you're doing this wrong. It's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, and sometimes, Dylan's another guy that's like that.
Yeah, that's
I know,
very
especially
true.
for a lot of times that I've spent shot with you,
Yes.
a couple different matches, Hornady being one of them. But
yeah, he helped a lot at Hornady.
You look at guys, and the top tier guys in this game compared to some other games are not inaccessible, and they're friendly.
Plus, I send Dylan so many messages asking him so many questions. He's probably tired of hearing from me by now. It's like, hey, how do you do this?
Definitely a big shout out to our friend Dylan Easley. But Nate's got his arm extended. He's in the extremely athletic pose here, ready to push out.
It's like watching a Hulk shoot 3-gun.
Forcing that pistol to do what he wants. They're both 3, 4, and 5, 6 down on the pistol. Shotgun them at the same time. Oh. Nathan just a little faster than Corey on the shotgun plates. He's now 2 up, 3 up, 4 up. And he's done with the shotgun.
Nathan downs the stop plate.
Nathan running smooth, just having a few small makeups.
So that's one of the cool things that I've learned about Nathan is you tell him anything, you give him any new techniques, and he's going to go to the range. He's going to try it out. He's going to find out, does this work and
For
why?
me. And the thing is, a lot of it is there's a lot of these techniques that we talk about are great, and a lot of them do transcend to everyone.
Yeah.
Some of them don't.
Yeah.
I mean, just some of them don't. While we're getting ready for the next shooters, Ben, you mind filling us in on Hyperfire and their involvement here in task, along with this event, and how we can work together to benefit Task Force Dagger?
Yeah, of course. One of the great things about 3-gun and that a lot of people don't know about Hyperfire is this is really where our company has started. So our founder originally, when he created his triggers, somebody said to him, hey, why don't you show up to a 3-gun match and show off what you got? And that's so it's really at the heart of what we do at Hyperfire.
And was that here at Forest Lake when he first started
I don't
doing
believe
it?
so. I think somebody sent him down to
another Minnesota club.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't even. It was like South Carolina or something like that. So
these are things I didn't know.
Yeah. So somebody sent him down there, and that's where it really took off. People started trying them, and they loved him. So one of the things we like about JKM is, number one, it's hometown support. Everybody around here from all the different sponsors, Vortex, JP, everybody is just very tight-knit up here. And so, we've always chosen to throw our full weight into local matches, and we also throw our weight into everything we do at Task Force Dagger. So it really is a great handshake there that JKM is supporting Task Force Dagger, two things that we believe very heavily in. So we will always continue to support the 3-gun sport as well as JKM and all these local matches. So,
well, I can tell you we definitely appreciate it. You guys running the side stage. I was actually part of that last year, helped out over there quite a bit. Yep. It's really trying to think of the word, but I apologize there. But it's always really good feeling being able to be over there, run that, help out. And always trying to increase the donation we can make.
Exactly.
And it's if it's sweat equity, is it sheer money, is it it's all those things. Everyone gives a little more, which is more than we can ask. But everyone's happy to do it.
Exactly,
and
that's
really
one
cool
of the
thing.
things.
It's one of the things I love about this sport.
Well, I mean, you look at Dave and Daniel right there, just shaking hands. Happy, everybody's smiling. Yeah, they're about to go against each other. They're about to try and beat each other, but at the same time, it's happy. They both get on the pistol. Ooh, I lied. Not both on the pistol. Daniel went shotgun. Dave went pistol. Dave's done with the pistol.
Cleaned up with that
Daniel is done with the shotgun and almost done with the pistol. He's going straight to rifle. Daniel is on the left.
Dave's got a hang up.
Dave's got a jam.
Can you get it fixed?
Daniel is 3 plates down on the plate rack.
All right,
Dave's back up with the shotgun. He's done with the shotgun.
Rifle.
Stop plate left. And we had to have a double tap by Daniel on the stop plate.
Triple tap, actually.
Triple tap.
Jeez.
Daniel still takes it.
Wow. See, that's one of the coolest things that I like about this game is no matter what your skill level is, if you're not good at also maintaining, I shouldn't even say that. If you have gear malfunctions, it can change the entire game.
And it's not like you said, it's a gear maintenance thing. It can be and it can't be. Sometimes, I mean, we're in a dusty scenario right now.
Exactly.
Sometimes you can't maintain through that. But what you can do is the mental game is where you really do see that growth. I mean,
yeah, we experienced that at the Colorado 3-Gun Championship. It was really dusty out there,
Yeah.
and one of the people in our squads, they took their shotgun apart, and there was just dirt caked in the tube. Like, they couldn't even quad load because there was so much dirt in the tube.
Yep.
On that note, that bout was actually brought to us by Primary Weapon Systems, one of the cooler non-DI options out there for you. A long stroke piston, so it's actually the bolt carrier runs all the way through the top of the receiver into the gas tube. And is one solid piece, so it's kind of like an AK, and so you have that reliability.
I was going to say, it's like an AK.
And I'll tell you, man, it is one of those things that it's a different way to shoot a DI gun, but it is definitely the way to go if you're going to be suppressed. I have the opportunity to shoot a lot with Adam Maxwell, as he is now a local, not only local to me, but also my colleague. And he shoots 7.5-inch guns all the way out to, let's be honest, the longest gun Adam's going to shoot is about 11 inches, except for his shotgun, his dissident shotgun, which is 14.5 pin to 18. Adam does like the short guns. He does swing them very well.
Yes.
But he was really my introduction to PWS, and that's one of those guns that no matter what trigger you're running it.
Yep.
And for me and Adam specifically, we're both left-handed. That left side mag release is in the perfect position.
Yep.
Even if you want to try and have an ambi rifle or like a fighting rifle, I mean that's a really good option.
Very nice. Yeah, Adam was actually the reason why I started dialing back the length of my barrel, and now that I've gotten down to a 14.5-inch proof barrel, it's a night and day difference.
Absolutely. Ever since I went to a 14.5 gun, there's very few times where I feel like I need more. However, I do.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I feel like an 18. Anytime you're in a bay, a 14.5 gun is plenty.
Especially going in and out of ports, around walls, stuff like that.
But
it's a little longer of a drop into the dump barrel though, and longer reach.
That is one thing.
Like
there are sometimes,
especially when you're short, having to reach over the dump barrel. It's like,
Do you remember the El Camino stage at Hornady?
I do. Yeah,
where you had to dump all the way down in.
Yes.
Yep. And I have really long arms, but I had to kneel all the way down. Luckily, we were going prone, so I could kneel and then pull it out and then just kick my legs back.
Imagine if you weren't your height, though.
Oh, I know. It'd be or my 97-inch long arms. But looks like we have Alex Strange on the right, Jake Latoll on the left.
Toya.
They get the go-ahead.
Both
guys go pistol.
There we go. Oh.
Alex is through the array.
Jake had a few makeups on that third plate, but now he's off to the shotgun.
Both men clean through the shotgun.
And they're back even again.
Alex is 3 plates ahead.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, but he's caught up.
Wow.
Last one. Oh,
gosh. I'm on the edge of my seat here. That was awesome.
Wow. That was
Alex
close.
had a 3-plate lead on the right plate rack. Had a bobble in there, and then Jake caught up through 3 plates, and they were down to 2 each, and went to 1 each, and then all that was left was a stop
Jake
plate.
went down first, did it not?
No, Alex did win.
Yeah.
Alex did win that one. Yep. But
no. His last plate rack plate went down first.
And then there was just a
few makeups
quarter second where we all were waiting for and there was nothing, and I think that was probably worse than.
See, Jake is another one of those shooters that's really big about the fundamentals, and again, just like Nathan Payne, he finds a skill, he finds something to train on, and he's very deliberate about what he does in training. And I've had the opportunity to train and shoot with Jake quite a bit over the last couple of years, and he's just a great guy to get to know as well as a phenomenal shooter.
Absolutely. That bout was brought to us by Faxon Barrels. Not sure if you guys work with them at all, but
we have a little bit. Yep.
Faxon is once again, like I keep saying this, and I know I'm a broken record and a broken record and a broken record. I do apologize.
Wonderful company to work with.
They are. They're one of those groups of people that, they're Ohio based. They're down home folks, and there's all these places within this country that everyone's just friendly like your neighbor, and it's really a pleasure to be able to work with and shoot, of course, with all these fun stuff to start with all these companies that are just that type of people.
Awesome.
Dave, you're puffing, dude. What's
You're
up?
panting, man.
Dude, I'm breathing hard, man. Oh man, I tell you what. So it's not the physicality of the shoot off. It's the it's the cocktail. It's the response that your body gets. Because this run here is really short. It's probably 4 or 5 paces to the box. But Ben, you shot this, man. It really gets you jacked up.
Yeah, it does. It is. And the thing is, the adrenaline kicks in a lot more here because on these stages, yes, at the end we all get to see our times together, but you're mostly paying attention to yourself. When it comes here, you're listening for what the other person's doing. I think for most people, there's a good 10% higher heart rate in a man versus man like this than there is in a normal stage. So
absolutely. Like when I came up from that malfunction I had, and I looked at my shotgun array and saw that all his plates were gone. I was like, oh, this is not good.
And you didn't even look past the shotgun array. I mean, you kept yourself within the box that you needed to stay in mentally.
Yeah.
And yet, because if you had gone to the rifle rack, you'd have probably just gone, okay, I'm done.
Nah.
But
I've BS'd enough with a ton of top shooters that have been in the 3 Nation Pro Series and stuff to know that you just got to bear down and finish your array.
Yep.
So even though I did see that his falling play or his knockover fall down at the end, I did know that it was worth it to stay in it. So you never know what's going to happen here.
So we got Andre Desatel and Trevor Armbruster. Trevor on the right, be the first one to walk back to the start box. Andre's making his way.
This is our last round before the semifinals. Am I right?
Yeah.
Correct. Yep. And then we're going to do some 2x4 after that. This one brought to you by Geisley. Anyone who shoots a rifle in general knows some form of Geisley, be it charging handles, rifle scope mounts, or triggers.
I got a good Geisley story. I'll tell him just a second.
Andre is just a
They
beast.
clean with the pistol.
They paint these targets?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Down to last plate.
Oh man.
Oh. So what happened there is Andre
takes
smashed
it.
through the pistol. Trevor caught up a little bit with the shotgun. They were both onto the rifle at roughly the same time. And made it to 6 for 6 each, and then made it to the stop plate. And for half a second, there was a delay as they each took that last sight picture in transition. And
Trevor went with the cone of fire method.
Andre made that one good hit, and it went down, and he took it.
So my Geisley story. So Geisley ALG, they just sent a trigger for an IWI Galil that I'm going to be shooting in the Red October Kalashnikov Championship.
Nice.
And I got it right before I came here, so I wasn't able to install it, but that's waiting for me when I get back.
Yeah.
Get in the shop, do that, see if we can clean up that Israeli Galil, the Israeli AK.
The duty trigger.
Yeah. You know what? So I had a bunch of my 3-gun buddies shoot that, and a lot of them have hyperfires, and a lot of them have like AR golds and stuff, and so they're used to like real light stuff. And I've been shooting a hyperfire for like the last 4 or 5 months or something like that, and they were all like, "Oh, this is crap." It's like, dude, do you remember what the AR was like when you first picked that thing up? Like, this is way nicer than the
You remember
AR
your
trigger.
duty rifle?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember my duty rifle all too well. I'm spoiled every day now.
Yeah, no kidding.
We definitely have come a long way.
Yep.
Yeah, so forgive me if I cover stuff that you guys covered while I was down there. But Ben, what's going on with Hyperfire lately? I've been seeing a lot of cool inside the peaks of your guys' shop, and I'm really digging it.
Yeah, one of the big things when I came on at the end of last year was we had a few random spurts of social media, and I noticed at those times, obviously we're picking up, we're gaining a lot of traction at those times, and then it would kind of plane out. So one of the big pushes this year was social media. So we hired on Tim, who is now our creative director, and so a lot of you guys have seen some of the really, really awesome content that he's been creating for us, and we've been pushing very heavily on that, as well as, for us, being at work every day is just work,
Yeah.
But we don't realize that a lot of 3-gun shooters, a lot of people, hunters, everything, they do their daily grind at, the meat packing plant or something, and they only get to shoot every once in a while. So for them to see what we do inside of our shop, what we do at these matches and everything, it really, it's just kind of one of those living vicariously. They want to see everything that we do, even if we think it's boring. So we've just been really pushing that.
See, that's a great point, Ben. So first, Tim's been killing it, by the way.
Yeah.
You guys pulled me aside at NRA when I was over talking to Jake Latola in your booth,
Yep.
NRA annual meeting, and you're like, you got to check out this video, this hog hunt we just did. And, no score, no dialogue or anything,
Yep.
just the visuals. Like, man, it was pretty impressive. And then when I saw the final product, like, holy cow. So congratulations to you guys for stepping up the game for all the rest of the industry.
Thank you.
But what you're talking about is like the peak inside the daily grind.
Yep.
Is so true, man. I've got a buddy that works in the four-wheel industry, right?
Yep.
So him and a friend started a company that built Jeep bumpers.
Okay.
And then they expanded to suspension components, roof racks, and Toyotas and everything. And they have like a rabid following
Yep.
that always want to come in the shop and want to see what the shop is, want to see this, want to see that,
Yep.
And their open houses that they have where people can bring their cars and stuff like that, they get thousands of people coming to like their small shop that has 4 or 5 lifts, something like that.
Yep.
And they're just always blown away. I'm like, dude, these people this is their passion, their hobby. So you guys are totally living that right now. That's
Exactly,
awesome.
and that's been one of the other things too. Is that what was it, 8-10 years ago? The shooting sports three-gun national that was about to make it on national television, and for whatever reason that didn't happen. But we've noticed that at these matches, while banners are being hung up and photos are being taken and put on social media, there's more that we can do. So we got spoiled in finding Tim. He was a guy that's new to the firearms industry, and he really just fell in love with it right away. He was a little intimidated at first, but when he realized how kind and just this is our shooting family. It's not just a shooting community; it's a shooting family, and so we've really been pushing hard to hopefully get a lot of other people on the same track of making three-gun and the video and the content that we put out that higher echelon of quality.
Yeah, and it's absolutely shining through. All right, we got a couple guys in 2x4 making ready here. James Leffler, Josh Freilich. Battle of the I don't want to shoot pistol guys.
I want to shoot the big pistol.
Yeah.
Give me the big one.
Yeah, exactly.
So this one's brought to you by Yegeman Stamping.
What does Yegeman do?
They make pistol brass.
Oh,
every
okay.
flavor you could ever want, in every color you could want. They make black brass.
Black brass?
They make
That
like
thing?
a gunmetal gray. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
super cool.
I'll be darned.
Supplied to a lot of OEMs. They were kind enough to donate 10,000 pieces of 9mm brass.
Oh, that was all the
And it is very
shiny
good
packages.
brass. It
Yes.
is very good brass.
Good
yes.
stuff.
Yes,
Very
it is.
cool.
It is definitely outstanding.
Yeah, look for it on the prize table, I hear.
There's a bit of it.
Yeah, I saw some big gallon bags of brass out there.
Yep.
It's like, that looks nice.
I've loaded a couple 100,000 rounds with Jegman brass, and it is some very, very good stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
What are you loading on? You've loaded a couple 100,000 rounds.
Old
I
job.
could do
Old
about.
job.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say I can handle about 400 on my 550. And then I need to walk away.
Oh, that was 1050s with auto drive. It still wasn't fun.
Looks like we have Josh Freilich and James Leffler in this one.
Yep. Josh is made ready. James is icing him.
I wonder if Josh used his suppressed air gun for this one.
Semifinals. They're
Yeah.
going offhand here.
Yep, 2x4. The plate rack must be shot on all classes in the semifinals offhand.
Exciting. Both on the shotgun first. Josh has about a 3-plate lead on the shotgun. James has to load because he is shooting a Benelli instead of a box fed shotgun. Gets his last 2 plates. Josh is taking his time on the plate rack and puts it down with a 6-plate lead.
Perfect hard shot on that.
Oh, yeah.
On that popper there.
Yep.
Josh.
Josh
Takes
with
the
a
win.
decisive victory on that one.
Josh definitely, and that's another thing we've talked about on the show, or not we, but has been talked about is the throttling of
Yes.
where you need to be. Throttling
Josh is a
at different points.
throttler. I'm like a go broke, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go as
Till it
fast
breaks.
as I can
Yeah,
for
till it
everything.
falls.
I don't look at scores, but Josh is definitely one of those, especially with his experience in IPSC. And we've talked about this on the show a few times. Like he knows, like, okay, this stage I have to push it. This stage I can slow down. So he knew when James went to load there that he did have a little bit of time, and he took slow measured shots on that plate rack. That is definitely not the max speed that Josh can shoot that plate rack.
Well, he's just one of those guys that practices so often and so deliberately that, like, the moment that buzzer goes off, he is in his zone. He knows exactly where he's at, malfunctions, misses, anything. He knows exactly what to do, and it's just a cadence anywhere he shoots.
He's hit the subconscious from practice.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. Ben, one of the things I wanted to mention with you were talking about video and how Tim was a little bit intimidated because he's coming into the firearms industry.
Yep.
I think he captured the fun, the joy of 3-gun very well in the Tri-Gun video that you guys put out.
Yes.
That was incredible because, one of the big complaints I hear a lot of times from people in the industry is, like, anytime you see photos, like staged photos of people from 3-gun, they've always got these scowls on their faces and they're holding scary, air quote, scary black rifles.
Yep.
And they it's serious. It's a sport. We're taking it serious, but you miss the other side of it, the camaraderie, the happiness, and the high-fiving and the joking around that we do as well.
Exactly, and that's one of the things I liked about that video. And my favorite video that Tim's done so far was our setup day at SHOT Show this year. And if you get to see that, the second half of that video is, we had Ryan Dye Muller, we had all these different people at the house, Eric and Wade and Pat from Obsidian Arms. Everybody came to the house that we were renting, and we were all grilling steaks and just having a great time. And that, like you said, that is what people miss in a lot of this. So I've actually been doing concealed carry training for a number of years now, and anytime I find anybody that's really intimidated by this, I invite them out. I say, just come out, check this out. And every single person that has done that, when they leave there, even if they don't want to get into it themselves, they say, man, these are some of the greatest people I've ever met.
It's very true. It's very true. We got Adam Maxwell and Riley Croft coming up here in I Don't Shoot Pistol League, and Riley's doing his pre-shoot shenanigans, jumping up and down, giving a fist bump. Adam is his stoic self, as always.
Whatever do you mean?
when it comes to shooting. He's very serious about shooting. That's about the only thing he takes seriously.
Oh, yes.
So it's shotgun
first. Riley does have to go to the load.
Adam had a few makeups on the shotgun.
He did. Adam with the first plate down. Riley catching up.
Adam 4 plates, 5 plates, 6 plates, and the stop plate.
Riley got hung up on that second plate. He's just shooting high, and he's shooting all over the place. And he's settling in now on the stop plate. So one thing I will say that 2x4 is something that on the surface you're like, oh, this looks like a lot of fun because I can shoot PCC. I don't ever have to touch my pistol.
Yep.
I'll even just leave it in the truck. There's all kinds of option targets in this match because Adam loves the paper is slug, 2 rifle, 2 pistol, or 2 PCC. There's that kind of thing. He tries to mix it up with like a little bit of frangible stuff, so you have to use your shotgun.
Yep.
But it's tempting for guys that have a PCC thinking like, oh, I'm going to shoot 2x4. But if you don't have the proper shotgun, when you get to the shoot-off, as we're seeing here, it can really hinder you because we're looking at 2 guys, James Leffler, Riley Croft, both have 12-round, tube-fed shotguns. You can load them up. You've got 13 in there, and it is a disadvantage if you start to miss shots.
Yeah, definitely.
If we're in 2x4, we're considering it open. Now, if we're in a 2x4 where it's like a limited type setup, because that does
correct.
Exist.
Yeah, and that's this particular setup here because this is 2x4 open. That's a good point.
But the one thing that you do have right is, there are always, no matter what, when you're shooting UML, there will be clays somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have the shotgun at all, or it seems to be a lesser thing, the best thing what's so cool about UML as an option is you can go to 2-gun.
Yeah.
So for guys that hey, I got a pump gun, I don't really want to shoot it. You can still shoot 2-gun, but still play the UML game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, from the setup side of things, having the options like that makes setup awesome.
Does it?
Oh yeah,
good.
It's great because you put an option down, and you give a guy that opportunity to say, hey, here's all of your options. You can start anywhere. It takes away those stage briefs where it's like you'll do this, 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 and I like matches like that, but to a point.
Mm-hmm.
If the array speaks to me, I want to do it a little differently. I'd kind of like that opportunity.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about 3-gun having such a like an outlaw culture, right?
Yep.
You can go to pretty much any match you want to, and any style of match you want to, you can find it all across the country.
And that's what makes it interesting, is because everyone is somewhere else, in a different region than you. Freddie Ruiz was just up here for Tri-Gun with us, and he's a Las Vegas shooter.
Yeah, so
and
he shoots
primarily Western matches.
Yeah,
which
we were talking
are its
about
own style.
And they're very much like a USPSA type footwork match with all 3 guns.
Yep.
And
Tight stuff,
exactly.
really fast, short stages.
Yep. And, of course, here is a very different game. And, Blue Ridge and down by Nick and Nate Noble and Rockcastle is different again. And coming into this game, as I'm still fairly new to it, I feel like, because there's so much to see in so many different venues, it really does allow you to go, oh, that match is right up my alley.
Yeah.
Maybe this year I don't want to shoot rock hard for whatever reason because I'm shooting a different style and I'm enjoying something different. And having all of those slight variation changes is what makes this game fun because you could shoot it every weekend and shoot something different.
The raffle tickets are $20 for the Radiant raffle.
Yeah. So
and you get 3 for $50 and you get 7 for $100.
So that is one
awesome. Ben comes, joins us on the show, and
collects money for us.
Yeah, he's selling raffle tickets. This is great. Thanks, Ben.
Adam Maxwell walking by looking victorious.
Matching number.
Yep. Yeah, he needs to write his name on there.
So who are we up to now? Nathan Payne and Daniel Bestie.
Yeah, Daniel Bestie bestied me out on the course of fire there.
He did
That's
well,
good
my
one,
friend.
wasn't
He
it?
did
That was a
well.
good one. Yeah, he did.
This one brought to us by Vortex Optics.
Vortex Optics is ubiquitous at this match. I have not seen another one yet.
All right, I think I got the raffle ticket figured out.
All right. Good job, Ben. You just got yourself a new job there, bro.
I will say on the Vortex Optics behalf, I can't ask for more from an employer. It's just not possible to allow me to continue to do the setup for this match and then help out and then provide things as needed. And there wasn't even a question ever when we said we brought it up that we'd be doing this, and it wasn't even a thought. So Nathan and Daniel are actually knuckles up in the start box. Nathan going left, Daniel going right.
Looks like Daniel had his pistol out first. Nathan with a 3-plate lead, dropping the pistol, going into shotgun.
Jeez.
Extends that to a 6-plate lead. Having
Even
some
up.
problems with his rifle. I don't know what the heck he's. Oh, he almost dropped his shotgun. That's what it was. And now they're even on the point track.
Nathan 4, Daniel down 4, Daniel down 3, and that is done.
Nathan takes it.
Nathan takes that one by 4 plates.
So maybe this is just me, but I'm pretty tall, right? And I think there's something to be said about guys who are like built real well for shooting offhand rifle really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that something?
Oh,
Am I
yeah.
the only, okay, good, because I thought I was the only one that might think that.
I don't have a problem with it. Do you, Garrett?
I don't know if you guys can hear me.
No. They had Dakota down real low for some reason. There we go. How are we doing now?
Yeah, there I am.
There we go. Garrett's back with us.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy shooting rifle offhand. I was hoping to make it this far. So
And you're a small human being.
Yeah, I'm pretty,
Got it. Okay.
Let's get this straight. He is not a small human being. He's just not as tall.
small in the way that like Gimli the dwarf is small.
Got it.
No one would look at Garrett and think that is a small human being.
No,
That is just
not at
not
all.
the nomenclature there.
I got to admit, a lot of it does have to do with strength and leverage for shooting offhand like that because myself, I'd been out of the gym for about 7 years from some injuries, and this last year is the first time I've actually gotten to really work on the physical portion of everything, and offhand's been becoming a lot easier for me over the last couple months.
What kind of things are you doing for strength for offhand rifle work?
Been doing a lot of shoulders, so I had some injuries to my spine, and so I wasn't able to do a lot of back exercises, shoulder exercises, putting too much pressure. So now that I've been getting back into it, it's working a lot of those stabilizer muscles. Mm-hmm. So you see a lot of guys going in and working out on cable machines or just machines in general, and they don't give you that much freedom.
Right.
And so I've been getting to a lot more free weights.
Okay.
And doing a lot of very specific workouts for 3-gun, and I'm actually right now working on putting together some exercise, some drills, different things of that nature to help strengthen those areas where I see a lot of shooters struggling in.
Very cool.
I'll take them. I will gladly take them. I actually just got in the gym again, I'd say 2 months ago.
Yep.
Yeah, it's something that we talk about all the time in three gun. There's the shooting, and then there's everything else, right?
Yeah.
And everything else is such a huge portion of three gun.
Yeah.
Whereas like USPSA, it's a smaller portion, where you can still gain time.
Yep.
But it's almost 50-50 a lot of times in some of these stages that we shoot, especially like stage 5 that we shot the other day. There's a shitload of running with nothing to do in between.
Exactly. And that's one of the big things that I've been learning this year is that so many shooters, they just feel like if they can get up there and just pull that trigger as quickly as possible, they're going to knock things down faster. Yep. And I've heard from so many top-tiered shooters recently that, the movements in between positions.
Yeah, we're gonna pause you there real quick, Ben. We got Andre DeSotel and I always forget Alex's first name, but Alex Strange.
Dr. Strange.
Dr. Strange.
Alex out of the pistol first.
Got a 4-plate lead, moving to shotgun, puts down the whole array before Andre can take his first shot, goes to the rifle.
Andre had 3 makeups on shotgun, but he's down 4 plates on the plate rack, 5 plates on the plate rack. Alex gets that 6th plate and the stop plate.
Alex got hung up on the 4th plate and threw like 13 rounds at it.
Big dust blow up.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to give Andre, a bout back, but he wasn't able to do it. So Alex, I'm sorry, God, I keep forgetting Alex's name. Alex takes that one, and that bout was brought to you by IWI, good people over at Israeli Weapons Industries.
We got a 9mm Tavor, Dave.
Do we?
Yeah, dude.
Why aren't we playing with that thing?
Because it's on the prize table.
Oh.
I don't want to play someone else's new toy.
But
I do.
They would be okay.
I really do. That one's super cool. But I actually am not gonna lie. I'm super jealous of your Galil. Like super jealous. I wanted one for years.
Yep.
Do they make one in 308?
They do.
Oh man. I should not have heard that.
They make 5.56. They make 308, and they make 7.62. I know a guy. Jeremy would hook you up with a good deal on one of them. The thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to go totally nuts on this Galil. So 5.56, right? And I'm shooting the Red October AK match, so it's an AK variant, so it can go in whatever. I chose to go 5.56 because I shoot 223. I'm going to put on my Razor 1-6, and so I know all the drops and everything.
Yep.
Which is going to be awesome. So I'll have a Razor 1-6. I'll have an offset 45-degree Razor red dot. And then I'm going to do my Magpul D60 drum mag on that thing. I'll be shooting open. I'm going to find some sort of compensator for it. Not sure what yet. Got a trigger. Midwest Industries makes a handguard for it. I'll throw a Dissonant Arms stock on it. I'm going to go like as gamer with this AK as possible.
I know where you can get a compensator from.
Oh, really? You know a guy?
I actually know a couple of guys. That is full-blown.
Yeah,
full-blown gamer.
Seriously.
Where is that match?
That match is where is Red October?
Red October is at SUPS. And Ben, you got to leave us here?
Yes, I'm going to head out. I got to tear down this side stage, and we're going to figure out who won these rifles. So.
Awesome,
cool.
man. Well, hey, thanks for joining us, and
Yeah,
thank you for Hyperfire's support of Jeff Kirkwold Memorial Match and for putting on the side stage, man. We appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Thank you. All right, yeah, so the AK match is at Southern Utah Practical Shooters in St. George, Utah.
Every time I heard you say SUPS, I was totally thinking like a supplement warehouse type of thing. And I'm like, I know there's a real reason for this.
SUPS. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good match. It's a lot of fun. All right, so we have Adam Maxwell versus Josh Freilich in the battle of the I Don't Want to Shoot Pistol match.
The final battle of, almost final battle of I Don't Want to Shoot Pistol.
This is the final battle of the 2x4, right?
Well, there is one from the Last Chance bracket, but this one is brought to you by JP Rifles.
Very cool. Very cool.
The next one will be
oh, that's right. I forgot about the second chance bracket.
Cinderella Story.
Yeah. Man, Mike.
Could you imagine coming back and winning?
The hard way. Mike, we're pulling for you here. All right, so Amax versus Josh Freilich.
This should be a good run.
This is going to be a good one here. Fun fact, both these shotguns out here are Josh's. So
yeah.
Adam is shooting a right-handed borrowed shotgun. It does belong to Josh Freilich. I saw him asking for it back a minute ago. Adam wouldn't give it up.
So Adam's borrowing a shotgun from Josh.
He is.
Yep.
All right.
So the only difference here is an 11-inch gun versus a 18-inch gun that Josh shoots on the rifle.
Yeah, Adam's shooting PWS 11-inch shorty.
Kind of surprised it's not suppressed in his own own match.
They're settling in here. Should be a good time. Got the. Oh, that's so exciting.
Did he even beep it, or did they just go?
He beeped it.
Adam working left to right. Josh doing the same.
Is laying haste on the shotgun. Josh speeding up a little bit on the rifle shots.
Adam coming back clean. Josh has 2 hanging, 1 hanging. Josh has none hanging.
Josh goes.
Josh wins by 2 plates. One and the stop
gets
plate.
to the plate rack first, gets a 3-plate lead, and then gets hung up there just like Alex did from Federal, and ties it together, wins by 2 plates. So Josh will move on that one. Congratulations, Josh! Won the first, or I guess the, what are we calling this? The first round bracket.
He won it. He won the normal way.
Yeah, they won the normal way, and now
him and Mike Egendahl will do the final.
Battle it out.
Now Mike has to win twice.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because
Awesome.
if you think about it, Josh has
it's
no
2 out of 3,
elimination,
huh?
right?
Yeah.
Makes more sense that
And
way.
if Mike wins 1, then Josh hasn't. Then they're even, 1 loss each.
I'll be honest. Sometimes I tune out when Adam talks about rules and how things are going to go. It's exciting now, man.
I think we're going to flip flop here.
We're going over to TAC.
I think we're going to TAC. Mr. Nathan Payne versus Dr. Alex Strange. I don't know if that's the way it's going to be, but
I gotta tell you
like
guys,
it.
I don't know how I did it, but I really hurt myself on that last run there. I've got like this massive bruise on my palm, and it's swelling right now. I've got like an open hole on my knee from when I went reverse kneel. I totally forgot my knee pad. It's sitting up here in the broadcast booth.
So you had a shotgun malfunction.
I did.
Is that right? Yeah. So
yeah. So it has an extended lifter, and it kicked the round out past the shell latch, and the shell ran into the extended lifter.
Okay.
And created a jam that I wasn't able to clear. Usually you can just kind of whack it and it goes, and wasn't able to do that. So I'll be taking that to the grinder later, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yeah, what shotgun are you running?
That is the Breda B12 IS.
Okay. It's just stock Breda. It's not
no,
worked over by
It is
Mark
worked
or
over.
anybody?
So Hayes Custom Guns.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In Texas worked that over.
Yep.
Got like a Briley 12 or 8-round extended tube on there.
Nice.
Makes it 12-round total. So the
That could be a dirty tube thing too, Dave.
dirty tube.
Like a mag tube, if it didn't quite come out all the way.
No, it did come out all the way.
Oh, it did.
It just ran into the lifter.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, because the lifter is extended over factory. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's it's the second time I've experienced that in probably 500 rounds. So
it kicked out prematurely, or when it was supposed to?
It kicked out when it was supposed to.
Okay,
it just ran into the
just
lifter.
Hit the lifter.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny when you have a little. Anytime I have a malfunction like that, and after the stage is over, I'm like bleeding all over the place.
Yeah.
I need
How
to
did
call
this happen?
Yeah, it's like, oh gosh.
I am notorious for cutting myself on pretty much everything. I was actually cleaning my backyard up last year, and I went to pull out some grass that I didn't realize was prairie grass, and cut my hand open to the point where I needed like 9 stitches. So yeah, I'm pretty notorious for hurting myself.
On a piece of grass. That's
Yeah, it definitely is not my brightest moment.
All right, Nathan.
Andre's laughing at me, as I should.
Nathan Payne, Eric Strange getting in the box here. Nathan's glistening in this sunlight right now. Oh, Alex has a malfunction here. He's locking, stripping, racking.
Nathan's on.
Mag back in.
You could see Alex want to leave the gun there.
Yeah, and he actually looked over at Nathan to see what Nathan was up to.
He can make this, though.
Yeah. Nathan does win by 3 plates. Alex made up some time on the shotgun there with a smoking run, but just couldn't pull it out. The weird thing is when he had that malfunction, he looked over at Nathan to see what Nathan was doing. It's like, I'll tell you what he's doing, man. He's shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nathan he has that ability, and I don't know if it's time or if it's just his natural innate ability, but he has the ability to focus on this item, and this is what he's got to get done.
Yeah, Nathan has some really good focus for show.
I'd be curious to see how that would have gone without the malfunction, because it ended up being pretty close.
Yeah, absolutely. Alex is a really good shooter for show.
So Garrett,
Yes, sir.
we in years past we've seen a lot out of Rise. There was like a pause for a minute where the only Rise I was aware of was through dealing easily. I didn't see you guys in a lot of other avenues.
Mm-hmm.
And now all of a sudden I'm seeing a lot more out of Rise, a lot more participation in matches. I'm seeing you out doing things. What's going on internally at Rise to make that change?
So we actually had a record-setting year last year, which was nice.
Really, in one of what everyone claims is one of the slowest years in the firearms industry?
One of the slowest years in the firearms industry. And we've only been around for a couple of years as Rise Armament. It was Rise Manufacturing before that.
Mm-hmm.
They were making aerospace parts. They were making aerospace parts and some parts for the oil and gas industry. And then there was a couple guys there at the shop that liked to shoot. So they're like, hey, let's make some gun parts. It'll give us an excuse to go to the range. And that's when they came out with that red trigger, the 535 that Dylan likes. So they came out with that, and then one thing led to another. The last couple of years has been very, very good for Rise.
Mm-hmm.
We've been coming out with some new innovative products. Most people know us for our triggers, but that's not the only thing we do. We're getting into full build guns now. I mean, we just started shipping 6.5 Creedmoors, which are shooting really, really well, and we're getting a lot of really good feedback from our customers on that. We've got some partnerships with Vortex now on a couple projects, which really excited about. Thank you, Travis. And,
My pleasure.
And Adam as well. So,
Very
which
cool.
is really cool. I came on board with Rise back in August of last year. I've been shooting for them for a while, but I came on as an actual employee of the company, and I kind of set a goal to start this grassroots campaign and really get us out there on the range. And that's part of the reason why they hired me, was to do that and kind of get us in front of more shooters.
Mm-hmm.
And really, because of my background as an Army sniper and a SWAT officer and a competitive shooter, I kind of tend to be able to at least talk turkey with most of our customers.
Got a little bit of a knowledge base.
A little bit, yeah. So it's been a really good fit. And then in addition, we brought in a new production supervisor and a new sales director.
Okay.
And it has just been great. And this year, we've already surpassed our goal from our record-setting year last year. We've already surpassed it.
It's only July.
I know.
That's incredible, man.
It's really good. We've all been working really, really hard. It's just, and what I'm noticing in the gun industry right now is there's a lot of people that are still like, hey, if you buy a barrel, we'll give you a free charging handle or whatever. And that's great. That's awesome. But it seems like people are responding much better now to that personality. It's like why Vortex has been so successful, because they've got guys like Travis working for them. They're buying. They're not necessarily buying a product as much as they're buying a brand and everything that goes along with that brand, customer service, innovation, things like that. And
right.
People are responding much better nowadays to like a handshake. It's like, hey, I'm Garrett Grover. I'm the Rise Arm. It's really nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And if you need anything, let me know, and give them a business card or things like that.
Honestly, I think that's like taking it. You say these days, but that's like taking it way back to like the corner store, right?
Or town hall meetings.
Town hall, where you knew the guy that was hauling the manure away from your lot and stuff like that. You knew the guy that grew the hay and everything. It's that small town feel, right? People like to know who builds their rifles.
Right, and that's what we're experiencing is just really good success with that, or a lot of success with that. Just getting out and touching bases with people and not being this big brother in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, that's making rifles and shipping them out. No, we're real people. We're shooters, and we're cool guys, and we want to hang out.
That's cool. We like to grill.
It's the same thing. And I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of took a page out of the Vortex book, because you see them everywhere, they've been very, very successful with it. And
that's one of those things
do the same thing.
I appreciate that. It means a lot. I was actually off for a second there helping Adam, but I appreciate you noting me on that one. It's that genuine nature, like you said, Dave, that takes us back rather than talking about moving forward, because we're always talking about moving forward in business and just life in general, but there's so many behaviors and qualities that are valuable from our past that means something.
Well, another thing that we've really kind of embraced is giving back, and we've partnered with Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, I'm sorry, Garrett. We're gonna
Yep,
pause
yep.
for just a moment here because
No,
we
you're
do
fine.
have one of our final bouts coming up here.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
Yep, Josh Freilich,
Mike
and
Egendahl.
Mike Egendahl.
So this is Mike Egendahl is the hard way winner.
Yeah.
Josh is the right way winner. And they're going to shoot off here. Mike has to win twice in order to win the day.
This is exciting here. Josh just scrambling out there on the shotgun first. Josh had about 5 plates down before Mike even had his shotgun up.
I was talking to Josh.
We got a 6-plate lead for Josh here, and he puts down that stop plate. Mike got 1 plate down on the rifle, and he just kind of stops here. I'm sorry, Garrett, what were you saying there?
Well, it kind of gives new meaning to the prove it. You know,
Yeah.
Josh was like, okay.
Yep.
Went out and he
Exactly.
proved it.
Yep.
There's a reason why he's a world champion.
Absolutely.
But we were talking the other day, or yesterday, or maybe it was yesterday. We were talking, Josh and I were, about his world championship and all the work that he put into it. And it really shows when he's picking up. I mean, obviously Mike Egendahl is a great shooter, and Josh picks up a shotgun and has half the array down before he even gets a shot off.
Yep.
You know, and that's why he's a world champion, and he works so hard and constantly posting videos. And he was telling me he was shooting 3,000 rounds a week,
Oh
leading
my
up to,
God.
you know. Golly, that's more than a lot of people shooting a year, even shooters.
Yeah, it's
You
incredible.
know?
That's
So.
incredible. Yeah, so if you need something R&D'd or checked, send it over to Josh's house, and in 1 week you will have your 1-year answer from everybody else.
Yeah.
James is nodding yes.
Yeah.
James is nodding yes.
James looks like a guy who's replaced a lot of parts.
I always like Josh for that. He'll tell you exactly what he did with it. He knows everything about how he tested it, and he puts it out there, and he can do some serious testing weight in a very short period of time.
All right, who do we got up now? It looks like either Nathan Payne or Jake Latola. Always hard to tell with these guys.
Well, Nate's on the left here, and he's closer to the box, so I'm going to assume he's shooting. But he is indeed our shooter.
Okay, Nathan Payne against Kim Peterson.
Yep. Kim came back for the hard way, and
Yep.
we should see if the right side remains victorious. That's where Josh Freilich won from.
This is going to be a good time.
I have no doubts.
This is, I believe, the last match of the day, right?
It can be.
This is
Yeah.
the last TAC Ops.
There's arm
match.
wrestling?
We can't hear you when you're not on a mic, so either come up here and get on a mic or keep that to yourself. So we got another mic up here, buddy.
Yeah.
You want to come join us?
I might actually have a chance at arm wrestling.
All right, we're bringing in Dustin Sanchez of JP Rifles. Dustin, what were you telling us about an arm wrestling match there?
I was can you hear me here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I was thinking wasn't there something mentioned about Nathan Payne versus
I heard that
Josh
from
Freilich in arm
someone.
wrestling contest?
I heard that there needed to be a certain amount of funds raised in order to make that happen.
Yeah, Josh said that he didn't want to arm wrestle those pythons, so I don't know if that's going to happen. Do we shoot TAC against 2x4? Is that a thing?
We did last year.
We did
We did last
It
year.
was open versus TAC.
Yeah, be cool if we did that again. Just saying. Anyone within the sound of my voice that can make that happen.
Make the open guys shoot pistol.
Yeah, exactly. Josh shoot pistol for the first time in the entire match.
Well, did Riley not shoot his pistol at all?
Riley did not, no.
I almost brought my PCC just to have it, just because I really like it.
They're so much fun.
And I came up here and I realized how 2x4 was working. I really regret not bringing it.
Man, I'm looking at the focus on Kim's face here, and he is in the zone right now. This should be a good run. As they get up in the box there. Knuckle, not knuckle. Pistols up. Nathan with the first shot off on the pistol plate. Or off the pistol plate onto the shotgun. Takes down the shotgun array as Kim's picking up his shotgun.
Kim finished strong with pistol. I think he went
He
1
did.
for 1 on his last 3 or 4 plates.
Finished strong with shotgun as well. He's only 3 plates behind right now. Nathan hits that stop plate. Kim does have 6 plates up left still. I tell you, when you go to the offhand rifle, it really does add an element to the match.
Yes, it does.
Sanchez, why are we not seeing you shoot here?
I ended up having to work on Friday at JP to get a lot of things taken care of. And I was going to be shooting with the ROs because I hung out with the Task Force Stagger guys and walked them through all their stages this past weekend. So I thought I'd just hang out.
How'd that go, man?
Man, it was fun. It's fun. Those guys, they seemed like they had a good time. Had some learning curves. One guy was his very first time to ever shoot a 3-gun match, so that was fun, talking to him about some of that stuff and looking into it.
Like in the growth in the future, or?
Yeah, he's got a lot of really good questions. He looks really interested, keeps talking about getting out there shooting some more, and they actually brought up possibly trying to put a different type of match together where we utilize some of their skills.
I heard that. That sounds like absolutely incredible, and I totally want to play.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic.
So they're starting to tear down.
Does
here.
it involve helicopters,
2x4,
machine guns,
They
and all
were
that
they
fun
were
stuff
talking
they get to play
about
with?
like horseback riding,
simulating like an FTX
like
for
that.
teams of shooters, which
Right.
actually sounds really cool.
Oh yeah, that does sound really.
Integrating trained individuals and as safeties along with each shooter. It's a very cool concept.
That's something I definitely would like to get behind.
All right, guys. Well, we are going to wrap up the show here, and I want to thank Dustin from JP Rifles and Garrett from Rise Armament for joining us, and all the other folks that joined us on the 3-Gun Show here. This was a good time, fellas. We need to head down and help tear down. So let's do that. Thanks, guys, for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Dave.
Travis, thanks for sitting here. Thanks for running the bracket, man. It's
Pleasure, brother.
Great to have you as a co-host.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Awesome. Thanks, man. And thank you for listening to all of the action. Really enjoyed doing this show here. Thank you to all the great people at Jeff Kirkwold Memorial Match and all the wonderful volunteers and staff that made it happen. Before you leave, make sure to head over to 3gunshow.com/episode 200. And while you're there, enter to win a JP rifle with a Vortex Viper PST 1-6 on it. Again, entries are only $20. You can enter as many times as you want. All the proceeds go to benefit Task Force Stagger, so don't be shy. This podcast is brought to you by Breda USA, Italian shotguns that are the best in the world. And this is a shotgun tech tip from Team Breda. Hey, this is Dave Hartman from the 3-Gun Show, and I'm with Josh Tarrant of Team Breda, and we are going to show you a shotgun tech tip. Josh, what do you got?
All right, today I'm going to teach you guys how to do an emergency reload or a bolt-locked reload. You have fired your last round, your gun's gone empty. You don't want it to be empty, you need to get it back in the game. So what you're going to do is immediately get the gun in your loading position, draw your shells, close the bolt, perform your reload, trip your release, rack it, back shooting.
And that's your tech tip for today from Josh Tarrant of Team Breda. Check out Breda's B12i 3-gun ready inertia-driven shotgun at BredaUSA.com. That's BREDA. Quick reminder that if you enjoyed this episode of the podcast, subscribe in iTunes, Google Play, Podcast Addict, or wherever you get your podcast content, so you will always get the very latest. Thank you so much for downloading, listening, and subscribing to the show. I'm Dave Hartman, and I'll see you on the range.
If you are finished, unload, show clear.